This just in.
We have an emergency showmance. The Broadcast Boys whiteboard breakdown of Summer House with Wes Wilson. That was a lot to say. I can't believe I got
You really
that out.
nailed it.
And they're breaking down the romance.
The scamandal of it all.
The scamandal of it
Don't
all.
call it a romance. Don't
The
do that. Don't
romance,
elevate
the
it.
sweet, sweet love
No.
of
Don't
Wes
don't
Wilson
activate
and
me.
Amanda Batula. Amanda Wilson, soon to be.
Batuglia.
Don't call it a comeback. I've
Yeah.
been here for years.
Hell yeah, that's Wes' new ringtone.
Ugh.
He's
Don't
back.
even. No.
We're back.
No. Immediately no. Okay, so there's this thing called the whiteboard for people who don't know. I was a person who didn't know up until an hour ago.
Whiteboard breakdown.
Whiteboard breakdown.
Soho, what's his name? Soho Johnny?
Brody?
SohoBrody does a
And
whiteboard
Nelson
breakdown. He's not always on, but
Okay.
SohoBrody does a whiteboard breakdown. If you've not seen it, they break down like Summer House, Vanderpump, and like relationships and scandals. So he's funny. He's a sports guy. Him and the other dude, Deuce, they do sports commentary.
Deuce was the guy we saw in this video.
Right.
What was that the handle you
Yeah.
were going to say? What is it? Just so people want to look him up.
The Deucey.
Oh, I didn't know. Look at his actual handle.
That's his
Oh,
handle. Is
it's
the
the
Deucey.
Deucey.
I looked
Okay.
at his birth name.
But they do all kind of funny. They create content together. But SohoBrody started this thing. It's super funny. It's super fast paced, and he kind of breaks down and draws lines from this guy to this guy, and then this and then what happened was this, and then it's all on the whiteboard. It's pretty funny.
It is. I'm just having PTSD for. It sounds amazing. Like I would
It's
love it for anything
usually
else.
fun. It's
this I roll
usually-
my eyes not at them at
Yeah,
West.
so him and West are friends. I think they maybe worked together, but they're friends in the sports reporter
Sleep with
industry.
one eye open, Brody.
Yeah,
So
right?
your girl.
So West has been on before, and they've broken down, I think, like a Housewives for West, it's again, it's normally super funny, it's super quick and witty. This was West's relationship timeline with Amanda, with West.
Yeah. Alleged relationship timeline.
Yeah.
Still don't believe him.
Yeah, it was. It's just came out. I don't know. It is what it is. I guess.
I'm so
Two-parter.
mad.
It's two-parter.
It's a two-parter. Yeah, it's 15 minutes and 15 minutes. I almost needed like a shot of something to take the temperature down, but instead I just watched cat videos while you guys were setting up. That helped.
Yeah, me setting up, temperature rises every time. So good for me to do that.
How do we want to do this? Because it's if you haven't watched it, I think Nat wants to. I know I just asked her how she wants to do this, and now I'm telling her how she wants to do it. But I think she wanted to like have us listen to a little bit and then talk a little bit about
Yeah.
it.
Basically, I'm on an iPad camera right now. I don't even know if I'm going to use this, so you might just be hearing my voice, but I've got it set up so like we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm already hating it. What I think we'll do, because we did not have time to watch it and do any notes on it, so I think that we're just gonna like play a couple minutes. We all came here to do the Valley tonight, and by we, I don't mean me.
We did a Valley.
We did a Valley. It's a week old already. That's a bummer. Poor Travis. One Valley and one Soho is still sitting in the can. Who knows if they'll see the light? I'm just kidding. They're going to see the light of day. But anyhow, that's what we were doing. And then Fishing Gal, thank you so much, sent us this on Reddit. And so we just decided to do the next Valley tomorrow. And we're doing this tonight. So I'm going to play a couple minutes. They're going to react, but I can't. So it's just going to be a funky like swipes to new parts.
Yeah.
I guess we'll tell you what we just watched, and then we'll break it down, and then we'll say hold please, and we'll do it again, and that's what this episode will be, and we'll see how it turns out. Yeah.
Okay. Action.
Okay, great.
BRB, guys. I hate Wes Wilson, and I don't hate a lot of people. I can't stand him.
Summer House drama that
Maybe hate's
rocked the
a
nation
terrible
and
word.
just
I
may
really
forever
don't like
alter
him.
the Bravoverse as we know it.
I've heard a little bit about it.
I've been in shambles. My betas are blocked for this one.
We became brothers, learning about the despicable antics of reality television, only for you to get caught up in the same exact bullshit we've been teaching you about for years. You know how painful it is to open my phone and see a kill Mary with Tom Sandoval, Jax Taylor, and Wes Wilson.
Yeah. What did you choose?
It's honestly one of the hardest questions life's ever posed.
Whatever.
We've held off long enough from the sidelines and bombarded.
One moment. I'm going to tell you right now, what Courtney doesn't want to hear is that this guy is going to have a comeback.
No.
And
no,
I
not
want
with me.
Oh, no, not with Courtney, but I want to tell you, Amanda, you fucking idiot. I knew this was going to happen. I mean, I knew it was going to happen in that you're still making all the wrong moves, and this guy has a whole crew of sports dudes and viral video dudes that are going to bring him up out of the ashes, and she's just going to be the homeless girl walking around with her dog looking crazy.
This is another time in life that I'm real grateful that I don't watch sports because he won't exist to me.
It's just not a crossover. There's not a huge crossover. I think there's me and Mike and maybe these guys. Bravo and sports.
Yeah,
like,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
totally.
Like,
Yeah.
So there's not going to be a big crossover. So some guys are going to be watching this like, I have no idea who that is, but that seems cool. Cool dude. Funny.
Yeah, no, definitely. I said this early on in the whole thing when it was my first, like, I'm over it. And I'm over it, step one, because nothing's going to happen. Like, there's not going to be any significant consequence. In a little bit, there's going to be another thing that pops off.
Sandoval was on AGT. I mean, come on. Wes Wilson going to be on AGT next, you know?
Listen,
No.
yeah, I think Scamandal was different than this in a lot of ways. So I said it. I'm like, I don't think anything's gonna happen, and I think we've talked about Amanda getting the comeback tour already. The like, oh, I can't believe it. If Wes breaks up with her and does her dirty, then she's back in her own little way.
The best thing he could do for her.
Right, because and then everyone will be like, oh, everyone in that group will be like, Wes is a piece of shit. I can't believe he did that to you. I can't believe you fell for it. And I can't believe you ruined our friend group. It's okay. Don't do it again. And she'll be fine. Wes will be fine because his crew is dudes that don't unfortunately care about this stuff, which is why we're in this position talking about this stuff is because dudes don't care most
I
times.
just want to put this out there to America. A very wise woman by the name of Maya Angelou all taught us when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I will not be needing to go on the redemption tour of Amanda and or West. I'm good. I'm dying in the grudgery on this one. I'm not forgiving him. Like, and again, I keep saying this. I don't want people's lives to be ruined. Get off my TV. You're not cute. You're not adorable. You're not funny. You're maybe sometimes a little witty because you're stumbling over yourself. And by the way, you think you have abs? I got news for you. You got a lot of things, but it ain't abs, bro. I don't know who told you that. I don't know how you're lying to yourself, but get off my fucking TV. I think you are a loser. I think that you treat women like trash. I think somebody needs to clean your clock, and I would be thrilled to do it. I can't stand you. I am so irritated that you think that you can come back and your outfits that don't match for the 80th time, and now you have something to say. Now you think that because Bravo has shit canned you and you deserve so much more than that, now you're gonna open your mouth? I hope Andy dances on your grave when the time comes, because this is not how you treat a show that put you on the map. Because when you got this job, you didn't have another job. You got fired from your last job. And I wonder why. Maybe you your boss's wife. Maybe you pulled this shit with somebody you worked with. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there because cat's got your tongue until finally it serves you. And it's not serving me. And I'm so angry that you think that you're adorable enough that you can slide back into life. Not mine, bro. Not mine.
He seems like an okay guy.
Yeah, no,
I'm so
fine.
He
pissed.
seems like
Here's
just
the
a
thing.
normal dude.
You are cute and adorable, and we don't want you to be.
Sorry, I want to run to New York to strangle him. I just think people who think they can act this way drive me insane. This is why I meditate, so I don't murder people, because I'm from fucking New Jersey, and it's in me. I can't.
We
I
have
can't.
neighbors.
I can't. I can't.
10
I'm
o'clock,
sorry.
I know, but we can't be screaming
I
at
know.
10
I'm
o'clock on
sorry.
a Tuesday.
I'm so mad.
I love all of this.
I don't. This is the worst side of me.
I think your biggest mistake right there is saying that someone that thinks like this. Wes Wilson is myopic and impetuous. He doesn't think. You can see it all throughout this video. He's like, I just felt like I should kiss her. I felt like I should have Mia as a girlfriend because it felt good at the moment. He doesn't think. It's his hamartia, if you will. I've been waiting to say that word. It's just his epic. It's his one fatal flaw leading to his epic downfall.
Yeah.
Is he doesn't think about anything. He doesn't think about the next thing. He wanted to kiss Amanda. He kissed Amanda. He wanted to date Miha. He dated Miha. He's not someone that thinks about the next step, which is an immature thing to do. And you need to, like, it's still wrong. You need to wake up and know that, cool. You need to have an internal thing going, is this okay to do? Should I do this? What's going on next? And he doesn't have that.
He says it later on in the video when they're like, "Oh, you're calculated." And the one guy's like, "Oh, I don't think you're calculated." And he's like, "Thank you." He's like, "That wasn't a compliment.
Yeah.
You're just too dumb." And Wes is like, "Yeah, I kind of get up and just go. Like, I don't really think of anything. Like, well, that's a bummer. Should probably think about stuff."
You cast people aside like they're disposable. We've seen you multiple times now with different women, with this group of friends. Like, the reason it gets me so deeply angry is because I don't want someone else to see this behavior and think, oh, I'm gonna act that way. I think it's so hurtful to do. You've done this to every chick you have been with. That is so hurtful. People have feelings. What is wrong? What sensitivity chip are you missing, or that you weren't born with, or that you pulled out of yourself because something deeply hurt you? To still be at this point after this whole scandal has broken and have no real remorse is so unfathomable to me. You have hurt people. Just apologize in some real way that I guess you can't. I think you are incapable of it.
But he has apologized.
If he came out and
Not in
apologized,
any
but
way that
like
he
here's the
means.
thing.
To you, right, but-
Any public apology wouldn't mean shit. People are gonna drag him through the mud. Any apologies he wants to give out shouldn't be on camera. It should be one-on-one with those people, and they may never give him the time of day. But there's no apology that would. Any apology he'd have that we'd hear about would be for show, and there's no point in that.
Every time he tried to give an apology or speak, he couldn't look somebody in the eyes. He couldn't finish a complete sentence.
Have you been on Xanax? Xanax is a fun drug.
Oh, that was a bomb that was dropped
I
in
popped
this.
3 tires in 24 hours on Xanax.
Yeah, party.
I'm just saying, there is no. This person has learned nothing. And by the way, if I'm wrong, I'll eat crow. I'm not wrong. He has not learned anything as of yet. And he's just going on. Yes, of course, his life has been a little uncomfortable, but I also think this is a person who gets off on the fact that this is dangerous or all eyes are on me now. To act so cavalierly is disgusting.
I just think he's a dumb caveman, and it's not an excuse. I just don't think he's got that many things working up there. I think he's very self-centered, and he doesn't think about next steps. So I don't think anything's malicious. None of that's excusing his behavior. But I just don't think there's he's just dumb.
Listen, there are reasons he did it. It's not an excuse. I guess I just want him. I'm always the champion for growth. And I'm just I've hit clearly a wall going 90 where it's like, I don't think that it's going to happen for you, bro. I don't think there is growth.
He also played a lot of football. He kind of got hit in the head and it's CTE.
Okay, you have a lot of CTE.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe
true.
one too many concussions and it's not working up there.
What else is this?
All right, we're going to keep going. And also, I should probably have just said that at the top, the whole reason I even stopped right there
10 hours.
was just because he was just kind of being charming. And I kind of I think I heard Mike laugh too. And I don't even like this guy.
Wait,
and I kind of laughed.
Do we not want to play that game though? Screw, marry, undead, Jack, Sandoval, Wes Wilson?
Screw, marry, undead?
Well, you can't say the other words on.
Yeah,
Oh, you can't
true.
say
celibate and off them all.
Also,
I don't think that's an option, but okay.
It's in my game. It is.
Did you see Truth is back?
What?
Did you see
Truth
Truth
is
is back in the comments?
Truth for Peace for Freedom's back. It's still a big night for all of us.
So everyone's avoiding answering the
Unaliving Jax,
question? Okay.
marrying Schwartz, and being annoyed for the rest
It's
of
No,
his
no,
life.
Sandoval.
Schwartz
Sorry.
isn't in there.
Oh, God, no! I don't want to play this game.
That's
then.
what I said. Celibate and off them all.
So what are you doing with Jax then?
No, Jax is unaliving.
Okay.
So Sandoval, what?
I mean, you're going to screw Tom Sandoval. I know you. Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
And then you're going to marry Wes Wilson?
No, damn, that's a horrible.
I gave you the answer. I don't know why we're still talking about this.
That's
You tried to slip Schwartz in
which
there.
I did. I was like, this isn't so bad. But then I would have had to bang West in that scenario.
Well, he's gotten a lot of practice, so he's probably pretty good.
Just quick question. Just temperature check.
Seems like a sensitive guy too.
Does no one think that it is so maniacal, diabolical, follical to just think that you can pull at the heartstrings of so many people and just
He's not
not
thinking
care
about that
at all?
He's not thinking about that. He's thinking about I tell.
Me like.
The people like that, this should be away from, let's vote him off the island.
It's true. Okay. So like I said, I stopped that earlier because he was being kind of charming, but I want to just let everybody know who doesn't cut video for a living or a non-living, that you can make someone a lot funnier than they really are just by those quick flash cuts.
You were in the other room, but I told him, I want to see the unedited version.
Same.
Yes.
I would love to see the whole thing.
Yeah. Look at my shorts, and you've seen the actual things. You know that we're not that peppy. You know, like we cut them together for that reason. And I just want everyone to know that, like, I don't think that he came up with those things on the fly as quickly as you think that he did. So just, make sure that you're grading on a curve down.
He's already failed. You don't even need to give him a grade.
Fail.
It's fine.
Yeah. All right. BRB.
With requests for this video, took a bullet from Lindsay Hubbard, so it's time that you finally pay the price.
I'm horrified.
Yeah, you should be.
Okay, I just want to chime in and say they just brought up about how he had to take a bullet from Lindsay Hubbard. And before we even started this, I haven't even told them this yet. She's already commented on this video and said, I told you not to do this with him. But men never listen.
Don't get me started again.
I don't think she said but I think she meant it. I think she would have.
Listen, if
Wait.
I am the broadcast boys, I 100% do this video.
Hold on. Lindsay told SohoBrody not to do it.
Yeah.
But him and Wes are friends.
And it's content out the ass.
Yeah,
Why would
that's
you not
the
do
dumbest thing ever.
That's
No,
a
but I
good
think
It doesn't
they said
even
in
make
the video,
sense.
they made it sound like she said to do the video.
No, she says, I told you not to do this video.
No. When he said, you got to take a bullet, you took a bullet for Lindsay. What do they mean by that?
I think he said from Lindsay.
Or from Lindsay to Lindsay. What did he mean by that?
She told them not to do it, and they just basically admitted that. We just took a bullet from Lindsay Hubbard, so it's time for you to pay the price. Because they decided to do it anyways, because that's what she says. I told you not to do this, but men never listen.
Oh, I was also thinking maybe
We listen every once in a while.
What?
I said we listen every once in a while. Just
Travis got shamed.
what was that? Speak up in the back.
you shamed yourself. Okay,
Played
so
yourself.
Lindsay said, I told you not to do it.
Yeah, and here they are doing it anyways, and he's just acknowledging that. She told us not to do this with you, and here you are, so you better deliver. That's what I think.
I do appreciate that. I think that like SohoBrody was like, "Yo, we're gonna do this, but I'm not even a little bit going soft on you. Like I'm going to lay into you. I'm going to say, that you're an idiot. I'm going to call you out." And it seems like that's what happened.
A good friend would do that.
Yeah, totally. But
It was a
but
bit
they're
jocular.
they're monetizing it.
I would like to be in the ring with him for a minute.
Agreed.
I'll show you what a tough interview looks like.
Agreed. And I also am really sorry for everyone who's having to watch them look over here. This was last minute. We did not place anything correctly.
We're doing the best we can.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can.
I mean, I'm almost right on.
I
I'm good.
placed everything correctly.
No, I mean, for me, I chose a bad spot to decide to sit. I should have sat on the floor. We tried to have me sit elsewhere, but then my whole head was bigger than Travis. Anyway, BRB.
I'm horrified.
Yeah, you should be.
Yep.
You made such a good impression on Ciara last summer.
Probably.
We start this disgusting tale in March when rumors first emerged of an entanglement between West and Amanda.
They were just rumors to start. And I'm going to tell you right now, the streets didn't believe it.
Let's review the lore to understand the ramifications behind this. Kyle and Amanda, together for 10 years, married for 4, absolutely horrible relationship.
Ultimately seemed like they just hated each other's fundamental personality characteristics.
West stepped onto the scene in season 8, breath still smelling of Similac. Audiences still unaware of his pathy behavior at that point.
Kathy Bates.
Patty Hilton.
West wooed Ciara, but once the cameras went down and the DM started flooding, he cut the sister off. Amanda and Ciara, best friends. Ciara would encourage Amanda that, like Maybelline, she was worth it. Amanda understood how hurt Ciara was by West. Back to March, where all of a sudden, Amanda was exclusively seen wearing West's stupid little trucker hat in every photo.
But what? Oh, I know what hat you're talking about. That's from like 2 summers ago.
All right, well, still your hat.
Yeah, that's fair.
There were rumors of hand-holding, makeouts, canceled Amazon Live, secret Super Bowl soirees, and an alleged secret video recording of West and Amanda in a compromising position. This was not addressed at the reunion. Does this tape exist?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard from credible sources it does. And that's very illegal. I'd like to note.
I need to know more.
From what I've been told, it was Amanda and I canoodling in my apartment from one of my neighbors across the street.
Didn't they make like a Sydney Sweeney movie about this shit?
But I'd say that's kind of what kicked off everything into like panic rushed mode. You can't really figure out your own plan when that exists.
So was the plan to keep it a secret?
Until we figured out what was going on.
Why were your blinds open? You're a D-list public figure with huge windows on the second floor anyone can see in.
I guess I've always thought in New York there's like an unspoken rule that like we can all see each other across our windows and our balconies. Like, don't film each other.
But there's no excuse for a stranger filming you when you're in the comfort of your home. That's too much.
Wes denied these rumors. Infamous appearance on Watch What Happens Live, looking like Brokeback Mountain with the horsehair tie. Said he had to show the sister the streets, even though he's from the farmland of Missouri. How did it feel to go on Watch What Happens and lie? How did it feel? Were you not nervous?
I was nervous. I've since apologized to Andy. That made me feel better. But it was a pressure cooker, and like I am a fucking idiot for thinking that was a good play. Couldn't really just be like, oh, fucking here we go on Watch What Happens Live. No.
All right, we just heard basically him. They asked Wes how it was to lie to Andy, and he said, "I that was nerve wracking, and I've since apologized. I'm sure Andy really gives a shit."
I apologize. That made me feel better.
That made me feel better.
But this is why this person has no remorse for anything. So I don't believe his apologies.
I believe his apologies are for himself. They're not for anyone else.
But that's not the point of an apology.
I don't know. Sometimes I've apologized to get rid of my own guilt.
Again, see my aforementioned point.
BRB.
Here we go on Watch What Happens Live. No brainer. So yeah, I kept it moving.
Me personally could give a that you lied on TV. Lying to your friends is where it's whack. What you owe is to the people who are actually affected by this, especially when you're wearing a tie made out of my girlfriend's extensions.
Only for a week later to come out with quite possibly the most soulless AI-generated joint statement I've ever seen. This was Pearl Harbor for Deuce and I know how much it must have sickened you to put out a joint statement, even though you declared absolutely nothing.
I couldn't believe that you guys actually did that. And I swore ChatGPT wrote it.
Worst thing I've ever done. That was horrible.
You put out this statement to give an answer to the public when the only people that you need to answer to are the people that are affected by the situation. That statement, y'all should have just reached out to Kyle and Ciara first.
I agree with that.
There's something about like a sports dude getting into this scenario. Like these two dudes, this SohoBrody is a friend of Wes. It's from his sports, what do you call it?
Sports. That's
journalism, sports journalism days. Like that's how they know each other. That's how they're friends. And Wes' group of friends is probably a bunch of athletes. And they're giving him shit about how the statement came out. And they're both like, him and Deuce are like, SohoBrody and Deuce are like, dude, I can't believe that. I would have never pegged you for that. That's not something you would have ever done. And Wes is like, oh my God, it's the worst thing I've ever done. There's something funny to me. There's a whole nother level, which is funny to me, of Wes getting shit on, right? From his friends. It's different from us being mad about Ciara and him busting up a TV show and a friend group that sucks, right? That's the real, like, Wes, you're a asshole. I can't believe you did this. There's a whole group of his friends that are going to forgive him, and the ones that he'll be fine with, right? That are friends and parasocial friends, but that are giving him shit about this kind of stuff. Like, what, bro? You put a statement out with you and your girl? Cool, bro.
Did
you
he go to college for
you
journalism?
dumb motherfucker. What?
Did he go to college for journalism?
I don't know if he did.
Okay. He was
I
just
don't know
a
if he got a
sports star
scholarship, but he played
yeah.
football in college. But I don't know if it was based off a scholarship or anything. But and then I'm not sure what his degree was in, but he was a journalist.
Yeah. Not a good one, but yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, my point is they're giving him shit for the statement and just doing weird shit, and just it'll make you sleep a little bit at night to know that all of his friends are like, they're gonna rail him forever about that. He'll never be able to live that down.
And kudos to you who decide to do that. I think what's irritating me, it's all irritating me. One thing in particular that's irritating me right now is it Deuce or Deucey? Deuce, okay. Deuce is so eloquently laying out all of the wrongs that Wes has done, right? And Wes just gets to fumble his way into, yeah, that I could have been better. Yeah, that was things to think about. Sure, yeah, that wasn't my best move. And it's just like, I don't care, bro. I mean, I care deeply. I want to give you a tongue lashing.
But I will say, I went back and watched Summer House since when Wes joined. Wes has always mumbled and said a whole lot of nothing with so many words.
He said that in his SohoBrody says it later. He's like, "You're so good at saying nothing, dude."
Oh, totally.
but
I
that-
just think you get paid to talk. You have a podcast. Like we know you can say something if you want to man up, but you're not a man, so that's.
But
not
have
gonna
you
happen.
listened to the podcast?
His podcast?
I've
Something?
listened to the things that he's put out
Just the
with
clips.
this girl. Yeah.
So he talks on the podcast.
That's what I mean.
Right? He plays a character on Summer House. So like the character on Summer House is the like weird big ass oversized clothes, emo, mumbly guy who doesn't know about love, and that's his jam, right? That's the character that he chose to play. I don't whatever. I don't think whatever. I don't know what I think.
That was a real Wes comment there, dude.
Yeah.
I know,
Got
you've been
nowhere.
watching too much Wes Wilson.
Yeah, it's sinking in.
I have a thing to say and then I go to say it, but then right before somebody else says something and I'm like, oh, and I'll reply to that thing and then completely lose track of the thing that I've been waiting to say.
Are you on beta blockers?
No, I'm just stupid.
Not stupid. You just
Okay.
have
A
a
little
bad
bit
unique
stupid.
belobies.
All right. BRB.
Who wrote the statement? I need to know.
Not us.
I don't believe that a PR person wrote that nonsense. Who wrote it?
Clearly not me or her.
Who?
I'm not gonna name these people. We put our Google Docs notes in it. I actually, looking back, am so embarrassed by it.
Did he just say I put my Google?
They had
we need a
mo-
Google Doc
They
for the
both had
statement.
Google Doc notes.
It
shared
was
Google
AI.
Drive.
100% AI put their statement out.
Well, they have a shared Google Drive. It's probably the same way that the kids are flirting on the notes because you need a password. Like if you only shared Google Drive with only one other person, yeah. I also remember what I was gonna say, so I'm not that old. There's a whole thing about like, oh, you got to apologize. Like people do shitty things and then they never apologize, they never take accountability. And now we're going through. I talked about it a while back. I think it was on the Valley about Danny. And like, just because you're willing to apologize, because apologizing correctly is such a rare thing, right? Nobody really does it. Nobody does it right. And it's so amazing when someone does that. Everyone's like, oh my God, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. If you're willing to apologize, some people will take that and be like, oh, I'm going to keep being bad because I'm just going to apologize for it. And then everyone's going to be like, oh my God, he apologized. It's so amazing. I
Like
think
people
there's...
that, get drunk and say I just blacked out. That's not an excuse.
It's
You
not an
can't just
excuse.
say
And then
I
you
blacked
can't...
out and you're cool
and
with
yeah,
it.
and you do a bunch of crazy shit and you're like, I'm so sorry I was blacked out. Fine, maybe one time, but then you're not again next weekend, bro.
Yeah.
And then... so like just the continual willingness to apologize makes some people think, well, I can just keep being a dick. I think West is in half, like I'm not like, there's this part of West where I'm like, we can't tell people to take accountability and apologize and take responsibility and then watch them do it. I'm with you. I don't necessarily believe it either, but shit on them because we don't believe it, right? And then also, I think West is going down that road of like, well, I'm just going to take accountability. I'm going to be like, yeah, I learned from that. Yeah, that wasn't right. That wasn't my best thing. He's just going to keep saying that over and over, like Amanda was doing in the reunion for a little bit until it's over. And then again, it's fine.
Because your actions need to match the words coming out of your mouth, right? And I don't remember, and tell me if I'm forgetting this, I don't remember one part of the reunion where Wes looked at Ciara and said, I'm really sorry that I started sleeping with your best friend because I know that that's caused you a lot of pain and I deeply apologize for that. Did I miss that?
No, you
Right.
did not.
So you haven't apologized. I don't remember him ever looking at Kyle saying, I did you dirty and I should have come to you and I should have said your name in the apology that we gobbledygooked out of AI. And I should have said, Kyle, I'm so sorry. And I know this must be really hard for you to deal with. He's never said any of these things. Everyone else has said, Wes, don't you feel bad? And he's like, well, yeah, duh. That's not an apology. And furthermore, your actions are showing us that you don't care. This is all a joke to you. And I get it on a certain level. It's entertainment. It is I'm not that whacked out that I can't appreciate the fact that these are reality TV situations, but they're also real people's lives. And it's just mind-boggling to me that you could be so self-obsessed to not take yourself out of the actions that these are the ramifications from your actions, and you can't take yourself out of yourself to just be introspective and do a little bit better. I haven't even seen a little bit of change within this person.
True that, man. Ready?
By it. It was kind of unnecessary, to be honest. Partially it was rushed because lying was also weighing us down. Clearly didn't help anything at all.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
A statement like that required art. It seems to have been written by someone without one.
So this confirmed that Amanda was fucking her best friend's ex, who also happened to be friends with her ex-husband. Within 2 months, Amanda announced her divorce and her situationship in 2 separate public statements.
Yeah.
For a decade, Amanda ragged on Kyle for his nonstop partying, coming home late, only to move on to this.
I partied with both of you. You.
Which is exactly why we know.
A man with a roster rivaling prime Tiger Woods. 3 to 4 fake girlfriends, unlimited blackout hookups, 1 real girlfriend. Who knows with this brother?
Fair.
Before the dust had even settled, these two hit the streets at a variety of gutter rat college bars, and then their big move, the Yankee game, an event in which we unfortunately attended.
I knew when you invited us to the Yankee game that you was looking for clout.
You bitch.
I knew that shit.
You were on nationally televised Yes Network smooching up a storm.
We didn't even touch each other the whole game, and then one freaking smooch happened.
Bruh.
I kissed Nelson twice at that game.
He did.
And it never made yes.
Part of me thinks you're such a slippery that you might have known the camera was on you guys.
It doesn't benefit me in any capacity. Also, heads up, Royals play the Mets in 3 weeks. I'm still gonna go.
She was caught
Okay,
whispering
I'm
something
sorry.
to you.
Okay, so we just watched him. Basically, they gave a laundry list of all the women that he was at the same time. All he has to say is fair, and it was like the fastest fair because I told you they did the quick cut, and then it goes straight to them talking about him and Amanda going to this game, and the dude. What's the white dude's name?
Brody.
That's Brody. Brody then brings up that he thinks he kind of went there for clout, which I fucking absolutely. You don't even have to ask me this question or ask him or ask anyone. I don't think that he went there for any reason but for clout. You won't do that. And West is saying, well, how does this benefit me? Like this whole thing, I've only seen the first part of it. When you guys have seen the whole thing. All I know is that he kind of goes on a tangent about like how, basically when you lie about something, it kind of makes it hard to like tell the truth other times. First of all, you crack the code, asshole. Like, yeah, you can't lie and then expect that anybody takes you seriously, ever believes your word again. That's the rules. We didn't make them.
Somebody should write like a story about that, like a kind of a fable about like a boy who cries, about like wolves who never show up.
You
that would
work
be
on
cool.
that.
I'm gonna ChatGPT that.
Something's there.
Yeah, something. I feel like
I don't know if the wolf is the right way to go, but you're on something.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I just think that he clearly thinks by doing this. And I want to say, this is the best thing that he could have done because he is getting to tell his story on his terms. It's going to be it's the meatiest thing we've seen. He has not given an answer to really anything that was more than just a grunt and a fart. Yeah. And so now,
which I agree with. Well, I know we don't like the dude, but this was a good business.
100%,
1,000%.
He is doing it. He doesn't have he's not with Bravo anymore. He doesn't have a career there. The only thing he can do is launch into the social media world.
Yeah. And he
Which
how
is
pissed
also
are you right now? Oh my God. He's basically, I would just imagine him staring right into camera at you this entire time, like how you like me now.
Dude, what
doing.
if him, Jackson Sando had their own podcast?
Oh God.
Oh God. What?
It would kill. It would literally kill.
I'm going to say this.
It'd be the fastest growing podcast in the world, unfortunately, because we all are weirdos.
No, I would not.
But
that face you're making, Natalie, says so much.
I mean, I really was literally thinking about those dudes right now and just thinking about Sandoval because I feel like Sandoval thinks like he might be considered for next season of the Valley. Like he's been on the slow roll to people just kind of forgetting or kind of missing him because he's familiar. And like once the Valley sucks for a couple episodes, I always say, I think I actually named an episode, can someone just get Sandoval on the phone already because this is stupid?
But that's the thing about all of this for me personally. I don't, wait, do you want me to look at you or look here?
That's the thing. I think,
Look here,
yeah.
on here. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this for me. I keep saying this. I don't want anyone's lives to be ruined. I want people to learn lessons and do better. And the fact that you so quickly just keep coming out with these things that only benefit you. It's Tom's been away for a while. Tom has hugged the cactus for a very long time. And now I'm not saying I want him back on the Valley, but if he does come back on the Valley, okay, it's not going to completely make me it's not going to completely make my head explode. Wes just it's gluttonous to me, his behavior.
I mean, Sandoval is paying like a 12-member band to be his band. So that's kind of gluttonous in its own way. So Tom can have a
Right, but no
band.
one's paying attention to that. He doesn't have he's not, you know what I mean? Like he couldn't even get past a certain round on HGT. It was just probably for ratings would be my guess as to why he was on.
It was based off talent. Thanks for asking.
Sure.
Yeah, what do you think? We're a real
And
talent
also,
show?
he's not making money off of that band. I would guess that he's losing money on that band, which again, I don't want.
I'm pretty sure he's paying all the members.
That's my point. Why he's losing money on it, right? So, and again, I don't want people to lose their livelihoods. I just want you to have some sense of humility and learn something and then come back around. It's too much for me. It's like you have no shame.
Well, at least we only have 30 more minutes of this.
I know we're 5 minutes in.
3 weeks. I'm still going to go.
She was caught whispering something to you. What did she say?
She thinks that she said what the rumors were.
Act like you like me.
Can you give me a little more?
I think I was probably being non-affectionate in the hopes of not drawing attention, which I know that's probably hard to believe. I tried not to smooch the whole game, but that's hard for me.
You almost felt like you couldn't be natural with her.
The first month of this, I was in survival, fight or flight mode. I'm going to live my life, do normal shit.
Hold on. I just want to say that right now he just said that he kissed her because it's really hard for him to not smooch. I will never in a million years believe that kiss was not exactly for television. Like it was so obvious the way he looked at her, the way that they both looked around afterwards. Like that was not a kiss of like two people that were like had to kiss in this moment. If you have to kiss in this moment, you're like magnetized to one another, and like you're coming in for it, and you're just like, oh my god, I just want to do it, and then like you're there for a little bit longer. They did not even look at each other. It was so obvious. He's lying. Everyone, he's lying to you this entire time. This is going to be a little entertaining. Clearly, we're all here doing this together. Yeah. But like it lies and lies.
I believe nothing. I truly believe
Two
nothing.
thoughts. He said he kissed Nelson twice.
Who's Nelson?
That's the
The
dude.
guy.
Oh,
Deuce.
Sorry, I'm new to the whiteboard.
Uh,
I just met them 20 minutes ago.
and at least have like a little shame and like duck and cover like the Coldplay couple. You know? The
By
Coldplay
the
couple,
way-
when they got caught, they at least ducked out of the way to try to hide.
She didn't. He did because he was lying to her. She
Men don't lie, Courtney.
Well, Wes Wilson's really not helping that cause. Anyway.
okay.
Why we went to stupid bars and Yankees games and did whatever. I didn't process anything. I just tried to live. Wanted to pretend my life was normal when it objectively was not normal. I wasn't thinking about anyone else but really me. More recently, I have kind of reconsidered.
He said, Wes just said, I wasn't processing anything. I was just trying to live my life as if it was normal. I think therein lies the inherent issue with Wes Wilson. I don't think you've processed anything, bro. You need to process. You need to be in therapy. You need to be talking to someone to say, why do I treat women like they're disposable? Why do I lie to every woman I've ever been with? Why am I unable to say I have lied to every woman I've been with? Because your exact quote was, I have, been unclear with a zillion women. Unclear is lying.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I nobody believed this man. He should be on billboards across the country and internationally because clearly he's traveling internationally. Just saying, I'm a lying liar who lies. And if that is fine with you.
Not going to be though, because anybody, he's going to be able to blame it on TV. Yeah, this guy's what a dick.
Yeah, Mike, come on, Mike.
No, I've never left that, but like, I'm bummed because like I was in on Wes. I was the first one to come back on him after the Ciara thing. So yeah, super bummed. but like nothing. Whatever.
I have more of a personal.
Nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna be able to tell anybody in the future, be like, "That's TV. It's TV stuff, bro. You don't understand how it goes."
Or my favorite is that chick was crazy, man.
Yeah, that chick was crazy.
I will.
Those chicks.
Those chicks were crazy.
All
Dude.
those chicks I was thinking at the
crazy,
same
man.
time.
If they didn't want me
Yeah.
to lie to him, they shouldn't have
Crazy.
just accepted it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
we did. It was all
have
for
an
TV.
aneurysm this
No one will
episode.
tell you that, but me.
Now you know what Natalie deals with when you're not here.
So much more.
Oh my God.
That entire approach.
Lost in all of this. When Jesse confronted Amanda and Wes about these rumors, they lied to his face only to confirm the news at the worst possible time.
The tour.
The onset of his world tour.
That weighing on his mind. Like, how do you step in front of hundreds and perform?
I have talked to him, and it sounds like he's sold out a lot, and he's had a lot of fun, and I'm always rooting for him. No one has supported Jesse's music career more than Amanda or Nelson.
The humble brag, but Jesse sent me the file early. That was in my phone before the streets heard it.
Or hookup started to swirl about an alleged
Can I ask,
entanglement with Jen
I
Fest.
don't.
Say it again.
I get Ciara's angry. Great. I get Kyle's angry. I get Amanda. Jesse, like,
Wait, do you not know what happened?
he got lied to by a friend. You know how many times I get lied to by people? People lie all
That
the time.
summer,
That's what
one
I
of
said.
his best friends was having sex with his ex, and they were lying about it. So he experienced it firsthand. And then when he was questioning West about it, West was lying to him, and his head's exploding, thinking is everyone just having sex with everyone and lying about it? And these are my best friends.
I mean, I don't know. I think the Jesse and why am I blanking on that crazy lady's name?
Amanda.
In the city.
Lindsay.
And Lindsay, I just don't really. I don't get the grandstanding of anger by both of them.
Well, hold on. Lindsay got played by West. Like Jesse, I'm not 100% with you, but I'm a little bit with you. I think Jesse's thing is twofold. One is that. The second one is that Jesse kind of pushed West into Ciara this summer. He kind of played that side wingman role to try to get them back together. And I think that's what Jesse's feeling bad about, is not that he was lied to by his buddy or this whole thing. I think he feels bad that he inadvertently with Ciara, right? By pushing these two together and being like, hey, you guys want to meet? Oh, you want to meet? You know, whatever. I think that's Jesse's issue with the whole thing.
And
Hubbard is realizing in the reunion, you played me. You probably played me at that bar when we met. You son of a bitch. You played me to get on this show to play all the rest of us and manipulate this situation. That's what Lindsay's pissed about.
But you agreed with me that he's not that smart.
Okay, wait. I think, Travis, do you not know that they've basically found out that he was like working on the backside to get Carl, Kyle, and Lindsay off?
Which he denies in
Other
this
than
video.
rumors, have we had
He
any
does
validations of that?
But wait, can I just say two things really quickly? Number one, Jesse also said on the reunion, he said, it's not just that you lied. When I confronted you about it, you made me feel crazy for even asking. If I was asking Natalie, hey, girl, my best friend, are you doing X, Y, and Z? And she was like, no. And the fact that you would even ask me that, like, I'm so tired of talking about this. I can't believe you would bring this up. So now I feel bad when the whole time you are lying to me.
Classic
That's
gaslighting.
dark shit.
Yeah.
I would be upset also. And furthermore, Lindsay is pissed because she puts her heart and soul out onto this TV show. She was dumped. No, she was gonna get married, dude. And he dumped her on national television.
Oh my God.
And here West is
She
trying
dumped herself on national television. She pushed him there.
Fine. It doesn't matter. She didn't. I'm just saying, whether you think that or not, I don't know if I agree with you because I can't even get into the weeds of that right now because I'm spinning in this garbage tornado. My point is, she's putting all of her stuff out here year after year and sitting in the hot
the
seat
Lala
and
fight.
taking
I
it.
get it.
And here's West showing up, mumbling and lying to everyone and then trying to usurp her from the throne. And I know he denies this, but again, I don't believe anything you've ever said in your entire life, Wes Wilson. So I'm certainly not going to start now.
If his name is Wes.
Is it?
No T?
Yeah.
Could be. So many people on the internet are saying it.
I think that we just have to
Are we
remember
literally doing
that,
a
like,
part
how
one and part
delicate a
two of
show
this?
is. Hey, I think we just have to remember how delicate a show is, how delicate renewals are, how delicate contracts for extending characters that like aren't sure if they're like already in this transitional time. Am I coming? Am I staying? Like I think that after 10 years of a show that she built with those two other dudes and maybe more, but those are the three that Kyle, Carl, and Lindsay have just they're the ones, they're the team. For them to find out. Because the way that they say it seems like it's not nothing. For them to find out that somebody was working against them who had just come in like a couple years before that, I just think that like it's not just about showbiz, baby. It's about you pretended to be their brother, you pretended to be their friend, their lover, you really pretended to be something that you were not. If you're just trying to get like, oh, this is my show now, I'm bringing my friends and all the oldies can go and I'm going to take over.
I'll be the first one to tell you, my brother's shit. He lied and stole from me. Like, family sucks. Family's not always fun.
But you know the meaning in which she's saying it. She's
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But like, we're putting it this holy thing. Like, how dare he? And it's just like, people suck.
Yeah.
Right, and we're finding that out, and that's why we're upset.
Yeah, okay.
Think of it this way. And Kyle, this is probably what Kyle's mad. Kyle would relate or would understand that it's a hostile takeover.
Yeah.
You started a corporation, you're 10 years in, and you found out some asshole joined the company 3 years ago, and he's trying to fucking hostile take over your whole shit. And he almost did it. That's what's going on.
That's been backed by other things other than rumors, like producers and people have come out and said that.
When he went on a podcast and said, "There's no way Lindsay could come back. She just had her baby. Don't come for me, the person that got you on the show, and don't use my child to say I couldn't come to work because I come to work more than you do every single season."
I mean, I'm pretty sure from some of the Summer House deep dives, I think there was one that I was on, and I brought that up, like, why do we need sober Carl and a pregnant lady at the house?
But you're deep diving the show. You're not the person on the show who got brought on by this girl.
Yeah, if I brought you on and then I found out that you were saying that and trying to like lay a little like pipe to get something happening, like
every day,
just to get people.
Every day on AGT, this guy comes in and he's like, I think I can do Summer House. And I don't think you guys need Natalie.
Exactly.
All day.
Yeah.
And
I would be like, that sounds great.
That would be like if he did it to me.
Yeah. If he did it to you, yeah, that's a different story.
That's right.
All right.
Entanglement with Jen Fessler, a friend of on New Jersey? True or not?
No, not true. That's a nice lady and she's flirty and she's fun. Right. That's for a friend of mine. But the problem is not telling the truth in the beginning of this. You absolutely kick out the legs you have to tell the truth moving forward in any capacity.
That was just an opportunity to sick the sea hive on you.
You say you didn't Jen Fessler. Totally understand why people would not believe you.
I do think the context makes it pretty clear why that would be a lie.
Replace Jen Fessler with anyone. Wes this girl on the street. I wouldn't put it past him.
Right.
These two are insistent on a late February timeline, but there's one smoking gun that keeps emerging. That Brianna Chicken Fry allegedly told Dave Portnoy that these two were an item over Super Bowl weekend, which is in early February. Care to address these allegations?
Yeah, I think I was just drunk and told Bree, Amanda's single, Amanda's hot. Something probably I should have never said. Nothing was happening at that point in time. And that just proves how big of a fucking idiot I am.
Portnoy's rich ass.
Say again? Okay, we just watched the chicken fry accusations. Wes is saying that he thinks that he probably just said, oh, hey, Amanda's single and she's hot, but like that nobody ever saw anything.
But even after all this, he goes, something probably I shouldn't have said. Something you shouldn't have said.
Thank you, Travis. Welcome.
He says that twice.
I've said this before. Like, listen, early on, I did a deep dive on the whole Scamandal. I think it was like the third part of the whole series of Scamandal. And I
Volume 3.
And there wasn't a lot out there. There was a lot of hearsay and rumors. It had just dropped. There was no real timelines.
We've been right about everything, by the way.
I was just going to say, it was out there. We knew.
I told them this off camera. Like, it just, at that point, I was like, listen, it sucks. It was a shitty thing to do. Sucks for Ciara, like, but I didn't think it was that as bad as. But then every move Amanda and Wes have made is just compounded it and made it bigger bullshit and stupider and dumber, and I just can't take it.
You can't take it.
Travis is real peeved. This is Travis steamed.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, I'm not going to write him off and hope he dies as a person. I hope that in 10 years he grows as a person and doesn't do these things. Because that's human nature, right? Growing.
His dick falls
learning.
off.
By the way, did I not just say that?
Did you? Because at the beginning you said you hoped he died, and then
No, I
you yelled
didn't.
about New Jersey.
Funny.
I did not say I hope he died. I would never say that.
People do this all the time in the comments. They're like, "Wow, Courtney, you really went to town on this guy. I didn't think you were that horrible." And I'm like,
That happens every time I say something
My
good. They
name's
give
Natalie.
Mike credit.
Booyah.
All right, going back in.
Portnoy's rich ass is on the beach when he should be taking care of peaches.
A lot of lessons here.
Pray to God, you're learning some, yeah.
So this couldn't have been her eyewitness testimony.
Oh, I don't think I've ever gone out with Bree.
Sorry. He just goes, yeah, a lot of lessons. That's the kind of smart Alex stuff that I'm talking about that I have no patience for. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of lessons.
And you shouldn't, because he knows, like I do, nothing's gonna happen. Like nothing's gonna happen.
But you know what? I really do feel if he doesn't grow at all from this, which again, I cannot hammer this home enough. I want you to grow, West. I don't want to be living in a society where people think they can just act this way. I want the best out of everyone, right? I get it. Mike always laughs that like this is some airy fairy place that I live, but it's great. Come and join me if you want to be a nice person. But point is, I think if you keep acting this way, I just think you're gonna run out of lives. You know, the 9 lives that a cat has, however many times we as human beings can keep doing this before your friends think, I'm out on you, bro. I don't want to be close to someone who would sell me down the river for a song. I don't want to put myself, my wife, us in jeopardy.
Right, but we've talked about this. He doesn't. We've not had any proof that he does that to his friends.
Well, he's done it to every woman he's
Those aren't his
dated.
friends.
No. So I'm just saying, I think that his
Right?
behavior.
These people on Summer House, we decided, are not his friends. All his friends, these are his friends, and they're giving him that. They're giving him the tough love and the like, bro, you fucking did. No, that was bullshit. But like, they're still giving him a platform to rehab.
Yeah, because everyone's feeding off of it, which so are we. So
Right.
I get it. I guess my point is that I don't think that you can keep acting a certain way, and I think eventually you will get served a bill.
Chickens come home to roost.
And listen, it's
But
not
again,
always
nobody in his real circle has ever said anything that shit like bad about him. No one's come out and said anything. We've heard rumors about Amanda that she's been like this since high school. People go, I went to school with Amanda. She's been like a little
because
brat.
girls talk more than boys do.
Well, the internet talks is undefeated.
Yeah, but
about
most
talking.
dudes aren't up in the comment section talking about things. I don't
But
think
no
the way that-
girlfriends are talking about West. There's not a lot of chicks online hating on West. The only girl I've ever heard say anything about West as a boyfriend is Dara. And it was, he's amazing until you fall in love with him.
Yeah,
That's
and then
not
what-
a
and then she-
horrible, like it's a horrible for a
Well-
boyfriend thing, but it's,
Did you not hear what she said about him at the reunion? It's the West show. It will always be the West show. It will never not be the West show. He wants someone who will mold and fold and fit into his life.
right. So, but again,
That's
you're
not a
saying
gloomy
that
review.
friends, you're saying, how could you be friends with, how could you do this? He doesn't do this to his friends. It doesn't seem. I'm not saying this is a fact. I'm saying he has not shown to do this to his friends.
His friend Kyle?
That's not his friend.
He doesn't believe that.
Oh, I forgot about the theory of. I mean, well then, okay. Well, how do you ever know he's your friend?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't do this to his friends. Well, I hope that
I mean,
the
I
people
think
that aren't his friends know that they're not his friends. He should probably have to say, before you go on, FYI, we're not friends. That should no?
The this fake cast of characters on this fake TV show in his mind they're not like, and again, that's what I'm saying. Like, he'll always get out of this, even with girls, because he can be like, oh, there's a TV show. None of that was real. And if he has to, he'll go to that chick was crazy. Those people were crazy. Those producers are f***ing nuts. Like, he'll just blame it on TV. And then he'll take a little bit of account, like, listen, yeah, Amanda and I did fall in love, was the thing, we shouldn't, but like, most of that was so blown out of proportion. The Ciara and me thing was blown out of proportion. Amanda and Ciara aren't really that close. Like, he's just going to blame it on TV and get away with it. Because that's what he did. He just used TV to get a foothold.
But he's not. He's or how about this? He's using TV to get a foothold, but he's skirting around taking responsibility while still trying to act like he's
again-
taking responsibility. Hold on.
But this is all fake. This isn't real to him. Like,
I
these
get
aren't
that.
real
I
friends. He didn't do a real thing.
I think where we differ is I believe how you do one thing is how you do everything. And I believe that Wes lies too easily all over the place for that not to be in other areas of his life. And even when we did meet him in the first season of him being on this show, his aunt would say to him, remember they went to have like a picnic, him and his aunt, and he had just been fired from his job and he was very scared about his future. And he said, you know, I can't date anyone now because I got to find a job first. And he was just making excuses. And she was saying, why do you feel like you've never had a real relationship? Why do you feel like you've never been in love before? And I just think that maybe people aren't coming out of the woodwork to talk about him, but I think that this is a pathological pattern that this guy has. And I would not be surprised if
Do you think he treats these two dudes just the same way he treats women and the way he treated these people?
No,
in
I think
Summer
the way
House?
he treats guys and girls are different. I think that.
But we're talking about friends. Like you keep referencing friends and then go into girls. So like,
Yeah.
you're saying, so you don't think he'll have, you couldn't be friends with him? To which I'm saying like, well.
No,
why?
I don't think I could be friends with him. I think he treats guys and girls differently. So I think girls always get that he's hooking up with, always get the shaft from him. And I think guys, I think he has the depth of a paddling pool. I don't think any of his relationships with his bros are deep. I think they're transactional. I think it's what can you do for me? I think we're on the same football team. I want to look cool. I think he does things for social clout. And I don't think he has a loyal bone in his body. That's what I think. I think he pretends like, oh yeah, we're close, bro. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and I think he's out for me, myself, and I. That's what I think about Wes.
Once again, I just don't think I kind of agree with you. There's not a crossover really. Like he's still gonna be his boys. You know, like he's just gonna.
I bet he's. I don't know this. I bet he's a great friend to his boys, and his girl friends. He's clearly a piece of shit to women. He has no idea how to have a relationship, like a romantic relationship. And I think that the whole cast, the whole thing on Summer House was just a game. It was just a foothold. It was a job interview, 3 years of his life to put him in the position that he's in now.
Sure. And
everybody knows who he is.
But don't you think that people who think they can use other people, right? Like it's like if you're stealing, it's like, no, I'm just going to steal from rich people. And then you run out of rich people to steal from. And you're like, oh, but these people are middle class, upper middle class. And then I'm going to steal from these people. And then you start, I don't think West has a bottom to his moral compass, if that makes sense.
Totally. And I'm not saying that he does. Like, I'm not trying to debate you on that. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm with you on this. I'm just saying, like, when you're like, oh, I don't know how he can have friends or how anyone will ever be friends with him. It's the friends part that I'm like, well, here's how. Because he's a great friend.
No, I didn't say I don't know how he has friends. I said I think he's going to do this to his friend. Like,
right. Same, but like the reference of like the friends, he will not have friends because of this. He does this to his friends.
I think eventually he'll run out of people to be disposable with.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that he is probably great with his friends, and this was just a game, an act, a shtick, a bit, whatever. It worked. He got what he wanted.
You think he's so good at lying and getting away with stuff?
You don't have to be good. You just have to be charming, and he's charming as
Right, so that's good. He was good at that.
But that's not... Yeah, but I don't know if he's practicing. He's not like practicing.
I happen
being
to believe
bad.
that he has a genius in the area of this, like, I'm going to snow you and take what I want. I've said that many a time.
Okay.
I think he was really good at doing this because it's practiced behavior in his life. I think this is not, I don't think he was on the show and turned into someone else. I think maybe he turned up the volume on it, but I think that this is, and it's fine. We disagree on it. We don't need to beat the dead horse.
On that note,
You guys all out.
Oh, no, I have. I have posts.
So from that point on, the whole season of Summer House was torpedo. All anyone could do was watch with tunnel vision on the antics of Wes and Amanda, and sleuths started to theorize that maybe this started to pop off in 2025.
I've heard 2024, I've heard 2023.
The amount of people on the internet dissecting these episodes and looking for clues, half impressive, like half go outside.
So Amanda and Kyle, they were both at their wits' end, their breaking point. Kyle yelled, "F you," to Amanda.
Not okay.
So for once in his life, West actually stood up for something.
He also called her dumb bitch. In that moment, that was my friend. It needed to be addressed. Also, it wasn't some one-sided thing. I talked to Kyle to help them fix it. And I said, go apologize, don't say but, and like make this better.
Which was valid, right? Because Kyle was tripping. And if none of this shit ever happened, we'd be talking about Kyle being a villain of this summer. But the fact of the matter is that all this shit happened. A lot of people have issue with the fact that you were a little too touchy with her. It almost seems like it wasn't friendly. Like you would be all up on her. You don't touch your friend's wife like that, blah, blah, blah.
That moment, we didn't even really.
The other moment after Carl and Kyle's fight?
If that actually was something that bothered people, I would have loved to hear about it in real time. And I'll also say that it's kind of who I am as a person. I also think that's how a lot of people are in this show.
Diving in the pool naked, titties, dicks out. Safe to say y'all get touchy in the Hamptons.
I'm gonna always hug and tell my friends I love them.
The moment where your friend is being kind of spoken to that way, it's a valid reaction. But you cannot blame people for looking at that. Was he planting seeds the whole time?
What also hurt Ciara the most, she had an open and honest conversation to the house about the backlash she's received as a black woman being played out by white guys season after season.
I do think the conversations are valid, clearly, and need to be had.
I think on reality TV, especially with women of color, there's kind of a certain level of like grace and understanding that you need to have when interacting with them, because the fact is they are viewed differently. And it's unfortunate that this situation has played out with Ciara as many times as it has. And like, this is kind of a dig towards you, but I can't help but feel like anybody can get this kind of treatment. And I know it's something that you're working on and you don't want to be that guy, but like in your past, you've been that guy.
Despite trying to be better about shit like that, I ultimately failed.
Wes was disappointed that Jesse had inquired about potentially making out with Ciara, only to turn around and his mates and misses of a decade.
If Jesse and Ciara made out, all the pressure off me. They were literally spooning under covers in swimsuits like that morning. If they made out, that changes nothing.
I'm sorry. Okay, so we just watched him say that he didn't care. It would only be great if Jesse and her hooked up, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Because I was half doing one thing and half doing another.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone else remember that episode a little differently, where he basically humiliated Jesse by being like, everyone here thinks you're kind of a dick for even asking?
That's why he's lying to his friends in this video right now.
Yeah.
He only knows how to lie in the moment to get the story out that he wants to paint the picture of.
Yeah.
And when I had asked Nat to pause 5 seconds ago and I got derailed from what I wanted to say just because I'm a little upset. But with the Brianna chicken fry of it all, he said, yeah, I probably said, whatever, she's cute and she's single. Right. So when it was brought up at the reunion, it's nothing. Why are you guys bringing it up? Again, you're making everyone feel so crazy for wanting to touch on the Brianna chicken fried Dave Portnoy thing, when in actuality, you did say something to her. So just say, Amanda was newly single and I was really taken with her. I've always thought she was really beautiful. And I said that to Brianna, however you say her name. But you didn't. Again, you made us feel crazy as people on that stage and in parasocial relationships with all of you guys for them even bringing it up. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying, but I don't even actually, at this point now, I don't need Wes to say anything else. Chicken fry, where are you at? I know she's going to chime in. There's no way she's not going to pipe in. Like, I don't even need to give her that SOS. She's already doing it. Yeah. It's probably already posted, and we just haven't seen it yet because we're old and we work like 5 hours later than, I think we got this.
Well, it's just because we had day jobs to do.
Yeah, we had day jobs, and we were doing the Valley. And I was cutting another Westside Scamandal, which I just spent like 6 hours on, and it's basically obsolete now. Oh my God. Okay, let's do this.
The part that bugged me is then he put me into the situation. If I said yes, do it, I don't care about Ciara at all and I'm an asshole. If I said no, then I'm choosing what she can and cannot do. So no matter how I answered it, I was gonna be grilled for it. So
Wes worked his dark arts.
Wes just now puts the blame on Jesse for Jesse saying, which is, I would imagine, bro code. Hey, this is someone you dated. Would you mind if I drunkenly kissed her, is what he said. And Wes just said, well, if I say no, I'm an asshole. And if I say yes, I'm an asshole. So there was no way to win. There completely was a way for you to win. There was a way to have a conversation with Ciara in a way that you could have said, listen, Jesse has come.
With Ciara?
Why not? We're all adults. You couldn't say, listen, Jesse has come to me to talk about something with you guys. And I just wanted you to know that I'm not going to get involved in it because you are a grown woman and you can make your own decisions, and I just want you to be happy.
That feels weird. That feels weird to me.
But fine.
I kind of agree with him in that standpoint. America hates this man. Any way he does something, we're going to dissect and say he was wrong for. I think in that situation, it would be weird for me to if I was him to go to Ciara and go, hey, Jesse said he wanted to make out with you, and I just want you to know I told him it's cool. Like,
Or I'm
No,
not getting
that's not what I said at all.
no, but I'm just trying to see what's the
I just said what I would say.
It just seems weird. That just seems.
To me, that seems adult to just say, hey, Jesse came to me with surprising news that I think he might be interested in you. He asked my feelings about that. And I just want you to know you are, I'm not making an opinion on it because you are a grown human who can make their own choices. And as long as you're happy, I'm happy for you.
This doesn't feel like
Yeah,
Wes
that's
is
weird
news
as
to
hell. Why
share.
not say that to Jesse? Also, you started that by saying Wes put the blame on Jesse.
Yeah.
Blame for what?
Saying that because he said, hey, bro, I'm interested. Basically, I'm interested in hooking up with your ex. Are you cool with that? Which I would imagine is bro code because that's girl code. And he said, I'm pissed at him for asking that because he said he put me in a bad spot by saying that because I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. And that's putting the blame on Jesse. When Jesse was just trying to have bro code, in my opinion. Is that not bro code? To ask if you could hook up with an ex?
I guess it would also be bro code going,
Bro
hey,
code
man,
is don't bang your buddy's girl. That's bro code. And probably don't ask. Same situation that they're dealing with is like, of all the guys, you had to pick him. Like, there's other people that, you know what I mean? Like,
Right,
this
but I
is
think in Jesse's
weird.
mind, it's like you have a whole ass kid, like you have a full girlfriend off this show, so like you wouldn't mind, right? You're totally over the situation, and I think Ciara
some
and I
people
have
goes
don't.
back, that's bro code. It doesn't matter if he's got another girlfriend moved on. You're not
bro code.
asking
Find another
that
girl,
question.
dude. I like find another girl. It's
I
a
mean, well, if
weird
that's bro
question.
code, then West is breaking every.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
not
not
saying
tough to
he
take him
didn't.
seriously and be like, oh, he was in an impossible position. Well, he doesn't seem to find any other position that he'd like to be in
That's right.
impossible.
Thank you.
You know?
That's my point.
So it's just like, I understand what he's saying about like, oh, now I had to answer for this and there's really no right answer. If that's the way that you lived your life always and you were always worried about like doing the right thing and making the right answer and the wrong answer and whatever, then okay, I would get it. But only to know that you are doing all of this shit behind everyone's back anyways,
Yeah, it's
and
very
you have a
convenient.
full girlfriend, like it's weird that like this is what you're choosing to be like, you really put me in a bad spot. I think that you live in a dark, disgusting spot all the time. How would you even recognize a bad spot if it beat you over the head?
As Lala would say, you wouldn't recognize a bad spot if it dick slapped you across the
Yes.
face.
See, you need Lala at Summer House. She should be like the traveling Schwartz, you know?
Yeah.
Like Lala just jumps in somewhere and
Yeah.
goes, let me tell you what y'all are doing wrong.
Here for it.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
Okay.
His dark arts to repair his relationship with Ciara. Amanda, she was all in. It actually seemed at certain times that she was coaching up West what to say. But once the spark started coming back faster than anyone had envisioned, Amanda actually seemed perturbed. Was she coaching you in building that relationship back up?
No, we had one talk because she got mad at me for when I made out with that one girl in front of Ciara.
Which was really projecting that she was probably mad at you for making out with a girl in front of her.
I think in that moment she was mad that I was like being a dick. But before that episode came out, we both knew like this is gonna play so bad.
That was one of those decisions in the summer where like you could have just not.
That was the weekend after I asked Ciara to have a conversation and she told me to off. And then I was like, you know what? I'll do my own shit. Made out with homegirl. And then all of a sudden it's let's have a talk and be cool again. It was weird.
In the penultimate episode before Kyle and Carl's Vagisil cage match, Kyle was freaking out again. Everyone was coming after him, but then he started saying you to Amanda. Wes pulled a big boy move, pulled up his chair over, sat it directly in front of Kyle, and stared him down, came into her defense. Were the tea leaves there all along?
Hindsight is 20/20, right? You can look at that and end of the day, there was a grown man screaming at a woman saying, "F you, you're a stupid bitch." And somebody who's her friend stepped up and sat there. I ain't mad at you for that.
That is someone who I was looking out for, had her back in that moment because I disagreed with how Kyle was behaving. I also don't disagree with people watching it now, knowing what they know and being like, who's all there in front of us?
Season culminated a little makeout with Ciara at an après-ski party, which we also unfortunately attended.
I didn't remember kissing Ciara, actually. I had to learn that.
Your stuff was a disgusting deflection.
I'm sorry. Did he just say that he didn't remember kissing Ciara at this après-ski
Yes,
party?
yes, he did.
There might be a girl that you forget that you made out with. That bitch ain't one of them. Correct. Especially after 2 years of this.
But here's the thing. This is why he's not sorry. This is why Ciara was right. Like, you know, at least part of him did this to spite her or to make her look bad. Because a gentleman doesn't say that. If you want us to believe that you are sorry and that you're trying to act
West a
differently.
gentleman?
What?
Have we ever debated if West was a gentleman?
No, I'm not saying that you did. I'm saying I'm building my case for this guy being an asswipe.
But nobody's saying the alternative.
Sure, but I think maybe people are gonna watch this and be like, oh, well, that was funny. Or they might think that what Travis just thought, where it's like, Jesse did put him in a bad spot. And I am here to remind all of you, do not be fooled by this
Jesse put him in a
tomfoolery.
bad spot. I said that's the way you interpreted that he said Jesse put him in a bad spot. The way I interpreted it is what he was saying was, I'm screwed if I do and screwed if I don't.
Right, that's right. That's Jesse putting him in a bad spot. I'm saying he put the blame on Jesse.
I don't see it that way.
But he wasn't put in a bad spot either way. That's my point, because West evades. It's just such a convenient thing for West to say.
I mean, I agree with him in that moment.
And that's why I'm on this tour, okay? So that people like Travis don't think that way.
But you don't understand what he's saying? Or are you just too mad at West to understand?
No, I think it's the most...
Their little lady brain.
No. I don't think he's saying that. No, of course.
I'm putting him in a bad spot.
I mean, you guys have all been in that situation where something happens, you're like, there's no easy answer for the way I handle this next. Something's gonna suck.
Right,
There's
and
always a mature and a proper way to handle things.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter. There's always gonna be there's fire. There's brimstone. It's always gonna be shit.
Right,
no
and
matter
that's
what
called
happens.
being an adult. You have to have hard, uncomfortable conversations, and this motherfucker's never done that a day in his life.
But that's what I'm saying. I agree with him. There was no proper way to handle this.
Yes, there was. There was a proper way to handle it.
Not a proper way without getting any backlash.
You're living life. Life is backlash.
You have a whole girlfriend. So like why I think that Jesse knows
We don't
that
talk
he
about
has
Mija.
Yes, we do. Now we talk about her.
We say Mija's name in this household.
Yeah, because if we're going to talk about Erica, we're going to talk about everything.
Yeah, I think that is maybe like what Jesse, like even now looking back at that episode and watching Jesse, like when Wes tells him, like, everyone thinks that like what you asked was like kind of up. Like everyone thinks it's like crazy that you asked that. And the look on Jesse's face at the time, I was irritated by it because it seemed like he was laughing, because I thought he was laughing and being like, what do I care? Because the people that he was saying were talking shit were the new guys. So I thought that Jesse, because I never really liked Jesse. So I always thought that Jesse thought that he had some peons, basically like, oh, the freshmen are talking shit. What do I care? But I don't think that look was that now. Now I think the look was, I'm sorry, what? Like, because he knows he has a girlfriend.
Correct.
So, like,
because if there was this bro code, you don't care that KJ, who's also your bro, is now dating Dara. Like, West's game is so messy.
yeah,
Does that not make sense?
No, it totally does.
So,
Yeah,
like, if
yeah.
you don't care that they're dating and you used to be having a relationship with her and you're bros with KJ to the point that you brought him on this show. So you have a full girlfriend. So off this show, Jesse knows that. Jesse's asking this to you, so you wouldn't care. Then there is an appropriate way to handle it. There just is.
And I also believe that Wes, and this is just my speculation, Travis, this isn't written in a journal anywhere, or the journal.
It's written in my journal.
The Wall Street Journal. It's written in my journal. I believe that West is kind of irritated, just like Amanda is, and just like a small group of dudes are, I think, that like to get in the comments and say this, that they were never together. So like it doesn't count as like she wasn't even really my girlfriend. So
well, it counted enough for you to go to the New York Times and do an interview and
Right.
say she's not my person. So it counts for
counts
things when
you
you're,
want them to.
That's right. And that's
Yeah.
what I think that comment is that Wes just said.
yes, that's what I think too.
That's what we all think.
Told Ben he didn't want to project the image of a boyfriend, even though he had a secret girlfriend, and also continued to hook up with Ciara to some extent in the fall.
So you're kind of a clown for that one.
The second summer ended, we got dinner, and I said, we haven't been on speaking terms in 2 years. This is not about to be a romantic thing.
Were you being flirty, or was this just an attempt to be her friend again?
I think I struggle in an immense way with being flirty with people that I absolutely should not be.
My read of the situation with that was that you were kind of on some, like, I need to do whatever I need to do in order to be in her good graces this summer, because less fun when someone in the house can't stand you.
Yeah.
This brings us one of the most anticipated reunions in Bravo history. For months, fans have been clamoring for apologies, remorse, vindication, only for these two to show up on a lethal cocktail, beta blockers, Xanax, horsehair tranquilizer, in a wrinkled ass suit, in the bun.
Was it wrinkly?
You would think Wes would have been a ball of nerves, but in the green room, he goes, you know what? Feeling very zen today.
Did I say that?
Yes. Even Andy was absolutely petrified of these brothers by their lack of emotion. He goes, all right.
You guys seem pretty calm. What the is a beta blocker?
It slows your heart down, but allegedly it doesn't mask your emotions, which is why people were mad at Amanda and Wes, because there was nothing there. I think that's safe to say.
But isn't that what I've been cooked for every reunion?
People want you to go in there guns blazing. And then when you sit there quietly and you're just apologetic, it doesn't read as genuine because it's like, how does he not have more to say?
Or feel.
I think being off the internet, I guess I didn't recognize the like group destruction in real time. Yeah, sitting up there, there's a lot of learning.
Say learning one more time, I'm gonna smack you. Are you not an emotional person? Do you cry?
I don't consider myself an emotional person by any means.
So do you consider yourself an emotionless person?
No.
Is that what was displayed?
No.
Yes. Did football fucking teach you to mask all of your emotions?
Well, first off, yeah. Have you ever played the sport?
See a fucking field around here?
True.
How you came there and just sat there was crazy to me. Stand up for something.
Mm-hmm.
Was it drugs or was it you or was it both?
I mean, maybe both. My game plan was to apologize and not be defensive for shit. But I've been criticized of that now for 2 reunions. For just like not feeling much. We should have my mom on to explain this. She has a lot of theories.
Can you summarize one?
My dad had a lot of anger issues when I was little, and they think I tried to make him happy for a really long time. Internal compass is to not react and to keep everyone calm. He's better now.
You start this reunion by sitting on the couch, learning for the first time that your dick pics had leaked all throughout Missouri, which is ridiculous because
I just want to stop right here and just talk about really quickly, because we
Dick
do
pics?
always ask what is, yeah, I'll rewind that so we have that as a second thing. I just want to stop and just have like comment one thing that we have been asking: what happened to Wes? Like a dude doesn't. The dude's a pathological liar, and he nails every bitch in town, and he lies to all of them, and he makes them all believe that they're in some kind of a relationship with him, from a small scale to a grand scale. I think that girl Miha really did think that like they were exclusive for like a huge chunk of their courtship. I believe that. Now, whether she should have taken him at his word, that's a whole other thing. But like, I do believe that he leads women on to a point and thinks that like it's just not that big of a deal, or like they'll get over it, or whatever. And I don't think he really grasps like
That's what's
the
so
impact
deeply
that he
upsetting to
has.
me.
Yeah. And so we keep asking what happened to this dude, because you don't just like, I mean, for the most part, you don't just turn out like this, especially when you're so beloved at the same time. Like, where does that line go? Like, like everyone loves you, but then you're doing this thing over and over and over again, and just like breaking people's hearts. So I'm not saying this excuses nothing, but it is nice to know that like, okay, his dad had massive anger management issues, and what are you supposed to do? Everything's cool, everything's calm, like whatever's happening, you don't react to it. Your reaction is like the sedative in the horribleness that's happening or whatever. So again, we talk about it all the time.
Totally.
Where did this guy come from? So that's interesting.
I also just want to flag real quick. He said in the video, Ciara and I had dinner right after the summer ended, and I said to her, we haven't spoken for 2 years. This is not romantic. I guarantee you, with everything that I have, he did not say that to her. 100%. Because she said when she was talking to Miha, she was like, oh, we were I get it, because we had that secret kind of thing in the fall where we were hooking up on again, off again.
Yeah.
Or no, I shouldn't say on again, off again. We were hooking up a little bit, and I thought, oh, are we dating again? So
Yeah.
there's no way. And he was not that clear, because he's never been that clear about anything in his life.
Yeah. Oh, good God.
He just wants to drag her.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
I'm not here for it.
Oh.
it's nationwide. Did you really just learn about the dick pics right there and then on the couch?
At no point since soft dick pics were leaked have they been the front-running worry of mine.
Why would you ask if it was flaccid if you hadn't seen?
Wait, they put that in the reunion?
Yes, you gotta watch this shit, man. You gotta watch this shit.
Step one of accountability.
Why did you ask if it was flaccid if you hadn't seen it before? Do you send flaccid dick pics normally?
No, but I take body pictures a lot. Do my abs look good? Like, it has body looking. If it is full body, my dick is in it, and I don't crank it before I take those, typically. I woke up that morning, Facebook hacked, Instagram hacked.
When did this family tragedy happen?
Okay. All right, so part one just ended, and he is saying that this is the first he's heard of the dick pics being included in the reunion. And I'm sorry, I don't care if he watched it or not. You know that dude got 50,000 texts from his friends and family being like, oh my God, I saw the thing about your dick pics. Like, he's lying about shit that is just, like, Travis, do you believe that this is really the first time he's heard that? They included that on the reunion?
Poor Travis doesn't know what he walked into.
No, I just like the truth of it is like for everything he caused on himself, we don't know the shitstorm that he's been living through, him and Amanda. It's gotta suck. Yes, they brought it on themselves.
Choice consequence.
Great. However, we don't know what the that feels like. And I imagine if I was living in that, my phone would be blocking a lot of people. It'd be turned off. I wouldn't have social media anymore. Like, I just like, what's the point of it? So I do believe there's a world where he's blocking that out.
That none of his friends or family said to him anything
These
about.
two bros that are talking to him, you don't think they were like, yo, bro, your dick pic
They just
on the
did
thing?
there.
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't think guys like that he's friends with didn't just text him and say, because you know he was talking about it with his friends.
If there was a dick pic of Mike Connor out there, I wouldn't text him about it.
But Mike was on a reality TV show and it was brought up on the show. You still wouldn't?
Also, Mike
Oh,
Connor
see, I
and
would
Wes
text you
Wilson
about
are
it.
very different. Like you would tell someone like if West is your buddy, you would be like, oh my god, I can't believe you found out on the reunion that you had dick pics out there on top of everything else. Oh, and the thing about your grandma, didn't your
But like,
your step cousin just
he
kill a
kind of
grandma
answered that.
or
That's
something?
that's so low on the totem pole of all the bullshit he's
Yeah.
dealing with right
I
now.
know, okay.
But it is. But I think to your point, it just goes to show like he's just lying all over.
Yeah,
the place.
like I don't believe that like this is the first time that he heard that on the reunion the dick pics were talked about. There is no way in hell. And I always want to tell these people like you can't lie about the stupid shit. You got to really pick like your top 3 things, your top 3 lies that like you want to be able to like land and like let the rest go because it's these kinds of stupid shit that like that make it where I can't believe anything that he says. So maybe I'm grateful that he's such a
Nor
f***ing
you
idiot.
believe anything.
So we get 3 lies: funny, handsome, smart.
You're all of those.
I mean, this got to be a better reunion than the reunion you did, no?
Right now?
Yeah.
I feel a little better.
The fact that Lindsay showed up in a revenge dress, being the least scorned person in the room, was just an incredible bit of
What do
television.
you mean least score? It was her show. She brought him on.
As someone who cares about friendships and friend groups, I would be mad as at me too if I dropped a bomb on a friend group like that. That is why this show and this house are special, is because we all do like each other. I did that up, and that sucks. I get the anger in that capacity.
Amanda revealed they first got physical after the statement.
I think I said it.
They asked the question, she responded. You looked at her in total confusion as if you had a pre-planned response that she went rogue on.
Next.
No. Which statement?
We f***ed after the statement, but we'd been like making sleepovers for a long time. This is my bullshit thing, is like I was still doing the wrong thing, but I was like, oh, if I'm not DNV, then like I'm not committing a crime.
Can you just
which
pause
is
it for
wrong.
a second? It's all frustrating, but when he's talking about how, you know, when they slept together for the first time and, you know, I just thought if it wasn't the D and the V and we were making out all the time, the way he infantilizes his voice and makes himself childlike, that's not how an adult talks, right? And people were hurt. I get that you're not hurt. I get that you don't care, but it's a way to lessen the impact of what they actually did. And I'm just recognizing that now. He does it to slither his way into like, right guys, like you can't hate me because I'm West and this is Schmanders. When you infantilize someone like that, it's not an adult conversation and you can't take them seriously as though they've done an adult thing. And you both did a very adult thing.
Yeah.
But when he's saying like, but the D wasn't in the V, so I guess it doesn't matter. Because now when I'm hearing him say this, I'm like, oh, they're just kids. And then I think, no, wait, check yourself. They're not kids.
Yeah. That's kind of how he does this whole thing. What else did he say here that was just like, oh my god?
I know it's something he said that's pissed both y'all off. I saw y'all's faces. He's like, I care about my friends and friend group. And both
'Cause you
y'all
don't.
rolled your eyes. But I kind of believe with Mike, this is his cast members, and they are probably
Okay,
friends.
then riddle me-
But they weren't friends.
Then what about KJ? KJ was his real friend.
In what in what regard? Friends since high school, known each other, like hung out a couple times in New
I'm
York.
not friends with Natalie since high school. She's my friend.
Okay, I just don't. What?
We're on a show.
You guys haven't been friends since high school.
do we
yeah.
know? But do we know what that means by friend? Because
They
her Lindsay and Wes were friends, and that's how I got on the show, right?
No, I mean, how about this? All we know is that West said that this is my friend KJ. We're boys.
The twins on season 1 of the show said Stassi was their friend they met in New York, and she got a spinoff show. I don't know what that means. It means a producer knows this person that's also getting a show, or we're bringing them in and they're friends. I don't know what that means. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, I don't know.
Bailey and Levi are friends with Amanda. So was Lexi from last year. These aren't.
Okay, so listen, maybe they're just. I think you'd be good on the show. Come be on the show.
We had lunch one time because the producers wanted to know if we got along, and now we're friends. And this is my friend from off the show. I agree with what Mike said. The fact that like it was kind of crazy. Like I care about my friends and friend circles, but I think he does. I don't know if this is his really like.
Why would we give him the benefit of the doubt if all we've seen of him is lying?
Because I can't believe people are that shitty of people.
We haven't seen him lie to his friends. You keep getting this mixed up of like that these are his friends, and we're like, well, we don't believe these are his friends, and you're like, but all we've seen him do is lie to his friends, and we haven't. I never even seen West with any of his friends.
I'm saying no, I didn't say all we've seen him do is lie to his friends. I've said all we've seen him do is lie to the people that he works with, to this group of people. I mean, we just haven't seen him be a truthful, honest character. So I just don't think that all of a sudden you're going to get off this show and all of a sudden be a different person. But
I'm also just having a really hard time, like, just like you can't, if you call people your friends, then like you have to act like they're your friends. If they're not really your friends, like there can't be this gray area of like where you're just able to get out of it because like we're not really friends.
Michael,
but like
you're
telling
trying
the
to
world, and
do
you're
a
going to
hostile
brunch in the
takeover
off-season.
of a fucking TV show and get yourself on there and set yourself up for success and a career, and you don't give a shit about the people that you're doing this to because they're not your friends. They're just some idiots on a TV show that you're infiltrating to get your own self set up.
Ozark, Summer House Ozark.
That too. Like this again. And I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just like there's just this like, oh, he's like this with across the board. He might not be. He just might have infiltrated a show and f***ed these people because that was the mission.
That's so ruthless.
yeah, and I guess what I'm saying is I don't know someone who's got that thread in them
I'm sure
where
you
it's
do.
not
That's
shown
just
in
not
other
exclusive.
areas. I don't think it's exclusive. I don't know that person.
Because they do spend a lot of time together during the off season. I understand that could just be like, oh, I got lunch with colleagues, but like that is such a slippery slope of like how would you play a game like that with people and be pretending that like just tons of nights out and tons of brunches and games and the Super Bowl and like whatever, like that is like such cosplaying a whole other person that like there's just no way that wouldn't drip into your real life, you know? And I understand that you're saying that you're not saying that he definitely is doing that, but like that argument, that entire perspective for me just still, I don't know, it kind of makes it worse. Certainly not better.
That's what I think. I'm just looking up about Wes.
Oh, I'm not trying to be the phone police. I was just trying to say that we're going to use the why.
Totally,
so
totally.
I just wanted everyone to know that. Okay.
So you were doing everything else but f***ing until the second statement was released?
First.
The divorce?
Oh, no. So then second. I was also seeing someone else.
When you first kissed, keep hearing like, oh, is something happening? I'm like, that shit doesn't happen in real life. How did this happen? Was it really just not a spur of the moment thing?
He was at a bar, which is stupid as f.
And you really like, am I feeling something here?
Well, no, those are two different things.
I don't know if he shimmied.
So it was a public makeout in a bar?
Yeah, but like not like a big thing. It was like quick.
Like a smooch.
Sorry, but couldn't like it like happened.
Tongue?
Yeah,
Who leaned in first?
probably me. Probably me.
Huh?
Me.
Say it with your chest.
I did, Lucas.
Okay, there you go. Lindsay said that you told her that Amanda was obsessed with you.
I will tell you that none of that part's true because I fucking lied about us not even being remotely interested in each other. If my goal was to get people off my back, I would not have said Amanda has a crush.
So you're saying that Lindsay is telling a bold-faced lie.
No, I think dude, this is what happens with all this shit.
Motherfuckers is playing telephone.
It's telephone all the way through.
You had to answer who pursued who?
I made the first comment out loud. It wasn't like pursuing. Think of the whole summer. Had her back a lot of times. She's had my back a lot of times. We've been close. We've hung out multiple times without fornication for years. Sometimes stuff happens, and it doesn't mean it's the right thing, but it does happen.
You said to Kyle, you've had feelings for Amanda for quite some time.
I've loved her for a long time. I said it last summer. That's a weird conversation to have with Kyle. I was not about to hop into like, I love you this, I love you that, but I did say I love you to her.
Kyle did not mean it. Wes responded in that way. It was a tricky diversion.
I've loved her for a long time, but you meant cared about her like as friends?
I haven't been in love for years. That would be a crazy thing to say.
How about this then? At what point did you kind of realize like, oh shit, I have some real romantic feelings? And at what point did you act on them?
We were hanging out a lot, running around New York. I did see her unhappy for so long. Hanging out with her and like seeing her like smile and have fun. This sounds like a Disney speech, but like that meant a lot to me, and it probably stoked some butterflies. And then, you know, I brought it up one day. I probably shouldn't have, but I did.
If you had to give an estimated date, when would this first kiss have been?
Like I think it was like end of February or something, right?
I hear that one more time as well.
Yeah.
Mandy was getting battered and bruised by the cast. They went backstage. They're making me feel like an idiot for trusting Wes. And Wes said, should I go up there and defend you a little more? And she was like, no. You could see in Wes' head, he was like, yes. Yes.
I was like, dude, if both of us are off this stage right now and like we're the reason this is all a mess, way worse look than like not chasing her off the stage.
Gonna have to disagree on that one.
I don't think so.
You don't need to sprint off stage.
Fucking locker rooms are like so far away.
But she's there. What if Andy has questions for me? Bitch, go get the girl.
The image of both of us being gone and the whole stage full would be everlasting.
You'd be caring too much about the image. You gotta
I
go get
agree
your girl.
with that.
But that's all anyone else
I'm
fucking
sorry.
cares about.
Jesus
Sorry.
fucking Christ.
That photo of the whole cast with them not there and Andy sitting down, that lives forever in people's image.
Which says, I care about this person. This was worth it. We did this for a reason. It wasn't just a this was, I am going to get the person
You think that image says
love.
Wes cares about Amanda?
Billion. What the do you think it would say?
Not that. I think it would say, look at the whole cast without these two. These people don't exist. They don't matter. This cast is fine without it.
Oh, believe me.
Two truths. That could be true, and the going after Amanda, like, these people don't matter, and this cast does exist without them.
These people do matter because they have hijacked the entire season. We didn't really hear. We heard like a line of what everybody else was doing over there. Like, oh, what are you working on now? Oh, you got an album? That's so great. Anyhow, back to you, motherfuckers. Like, they hijacked the whole thing. So, like, why stop now? You haven't thought about anyone or anything else besides yourselves until this moment you're going to decide like, oh, I can't do this. This is an image thing.
Hijacking's a rough word. Hijacking never works out for the people being kidnapped. This hijacking was some of the best ratings Bravo's done in years. It's great for the show. It made Summer House huge and blow up even bigger than it was.
I mean, so they stole the show. They stole the show.
That was the show this season, right? That was the reunion.
So get up and go get your girl.
100%.
Oh.
I think that this guy has never showed us a scent of a ball sack, like nothing, and just did it again right here, and is now trying to act like he did it because he thought about it.
Because
like
it's
he
some
thought about
moral
the
high
bigger
ground,
picture of
the bigger
this was
picture.
the right thing to do. This would have lived in infamy. You banging her at your apartment and getting it on video from your neighbor, like that shit's about to live in infamy. I don't imagine that's going to stay. Well, I guess unless they know who it is for sure that has
It'll stay hidden, as it should.
No, as it should. But like they, you
It
don't
can't be
get to
that
decide.
hard to figure
like,
it out. You're gonna tell where the angle came from, who was filming it. Oh, it's got to be either that one or that one. Like, it's not hard to figure out. Someone's filming a video from.
No, totally. But like some people would be like, I'm going to risk it, or like I'm going to take a video of it so that it's like not traceable to like the phone that took it or whatever. And then I'm going to sell it because it would make a lot of money. It would make a shit ton of money. So like, it just depends on whose hands it's in, if they have any ethical, moral qualms with it, or if they don't, if they're scared of the law, or if they're not, I don't know. I just think that when this guy tries to say like, I was really in a hard position, I just don't believe that this guy's ever thought about a position that he was in. I think that he acts immediately either to just like his desires. Like, did he really want to get up and go run after her when like basically he's the reason that she's in the predicament that she's in? Like, she's the reason. They're both the reason, but he's the reason. Without him, none of this would have happened. I just find it really hard to believe that he thought about anything, thinks about anything ever. And
Same.
That's all anyone else cares about.
I'm talking about from a human perspective.
I knew she was fine. We talked before.
What drugs was she on? Because she was on more than you.
You think so?
I know so.
She meditated before.
She was doing so poorly that this brother had the unmitigated gall to coach her up at the reunion and told her to stop being so snippy.
Oh.
I did?
Hold
Yes.
on, pause it for a second. It's just interesting. Everybody treats Amanda like this fragile little baby bird, and she's got to be protected at all costs, and we have to be so delicate with her mental well-being. And meanwhile, when she was getting pummeled and she starts crying and she goes, "This is a lot, I have to take a break," Wes is like, "She's fine."
Yeah.
He doesn't treat her that way. Very interesting. Anyway, carry on.
Dude.
Everyone was fucking snippy at that reunion.
I wasn't.
Well, yeah, you weren't speaking.
So it's revealed at this reunion that Wes was in an exclusive relationship with the decent sister Miha for 14 months. All we do is make fun of the manosphere. You actually were in a real one-way monogamous relationship.
Yeah, unbeknownst to her though, which is unfair and shitty.
Not to say that's not a scumbag move. How the fuck could she think that?
You did her dirt, and that's whack of you.
I'm like done even trying to like walk around that part of it. Like I f***ed her over, cared about her, shitty, brought her into this whole fucking mess that is 900 times bigger than anything before.
Did you just want to have the benefits of a girlfriend without having to commit to one? In my eyes,
Sorry, I can't stand his incoherent gobbledygook. It's 900 times bigger than anything before. That means say something, draw something resembling anything. Sorry.
I don't know, but also I don't know what he's doing here because he's going to have to basically go home and, I mean, it sounds like he's saying that whatever happened is, whatever he did to her is more important or was worse or whatever than what he's doing with Amanda. I just don't think Amanda's going to like to be like on the second hand end.
She'll find a way to use it.
Yeah, it's probably true.
girlfriend without having to commit to one. In my eye, it makes no sense.
The projection of what our relationship was, we were on the same page. It was the actual intimacy of what our relationship was that I like threw a f***ing curveball.
You're so good at saying nothing sometimes.
There's not a lot to it besides I wanted my cake and ate it too.
Why you gotta treat ladies like that?
You
don't have a sister, dude. You only have a brother, right?
I have all boys. There's no reason to, Lucas.
Are you potentially a sex addict?
I just like be outside, kinda.
Motherfuckers ain't shit sometimes. That's all of this shit is to me. You ain't shit.
If you actually broke down the dialogue on this, it would be such nonsense.
Yeah.
Because anytime they ask an actual question of substance, why do you treat women like this? That guy, Brody, and God bless, I mean, they're just doing their job. And
Yeah, it's
being
very
cute about
entertaining.
it.
It's very quick and peppy and yeah.
Totally. So this is no shade to them at all. All shade be directed towards West, okay?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you don't have sisters. And it's just, I want to know, no, West, why do you treat women like this? Because that really, and I've said it before, and I will not drop it, that's where my anger comes from. Because I've been treated this way by guys. I have girlfriends that I love that have been treated this way by guys. And I just think the laughing and the blowing it off and like, oh, he's going to be okay. Listen, the guys that did this to me, I don't want their lives to be ruined, but I want them to learn a lesson so they don't do it to the next chick. Because I'm a nice person and I'm a good person to date. And I guarantee you these people are nice people and good people to date. And it's just messed up. Yeah. Anyway.
You think Amanda's a nice person to date?
No. The girls that he's done it to, he hasn't done it to her yet. Like, Miha seems lovely. Ciara, obviously, I stan her.
She could be crazy,
Once he
though.
does
Dara
it to
seems great.
Amanda, she'll have been a nice person to date.
No, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. So he could be, that reverse that, and she could just be the one off of that she's not great. But the ones that we know, Ciara's great. Dara's great. Miha seems great. No?
I don't know Miha at all. I know her for 10-minute scene that was weird. Dara seems great. Ciara is obviously great, but again, I go back and forth on how serious their relationship was.
It doesn't matter. They were still dating, and he cast her aside as if she meant nothing. That's my point.
With her best friend.
But even before that.
Clearly someone who is not her best friend, but
Yeah.
that she was working under these people, I guess they don't really have friends. They don't, I don't believe that either of them are a friend to anyone.
There's no reason to, Lucas.
Are you potentially a sex addict?
I just like be outside, kinda.
Motherfuckers ain't shit sometimes. That's all of this shit is to me. You ain't shit. And
Are you a sex addict? I just be outside sometime.
I just like be outside all the time.
I just like be outside all time one time.
Whatever. Yeah. Can someone translate that?
Yeah.
You ain't shit, and all the women in your life are fucking bugging because you ain't shit. You know what I mean? They have a reason to.
He told her was that the relationship with Ciara was strictly for show purposes.
No, I mean, I liked Ciara. That's why I ended it. I ended it for Miha.
With 3 or 4 backups.
That's the third time. Sorry. That's the third time that he's done a dig towards Ciara.
Yeah.
I told her we weren't in a relationship. I broke up with her for Ciara. Girl, I hope
For
you're having
Miha.
or for Miha. I hope you are having, and this is no shade to Miha. I hope you're having the time of your life on Love Island and all your dreams come true. And
Yeah,
this guy sucks.
I don't want this guy, like, he's just another dude. I just don't want him to be paid to be on television for a minute.
That's it.
I want him to go back to like having to have a roommate or something, you know, like that's like the worst that I hope for him, you know, like I just don't want him to be making crazy ass money off of entertaining people, off of being a total asshole to so many good women, like so
Cheers
many
to
of
that.
them.
Get a roommate. That's your punishment.
Yeah.
Miha. Her and I have kind of been in contact a few times recently. Everything was so rushed and insane. I like really fucked over Miha so bad. Super gutted over how I fucking handled that. She has every right to like do what she wants because I kind of fucked her story up.
Anytime these two were pressed with a question, Amanda would just respond saying, we've had conversations. We had conversations about it. What the fuck were these conversations? Every answer was we've had conversations.
To start, we really like being around each other and being with each other. And like, I've always liked a lot of things about Amanda and we've been very close. Given the fucking gravity of this and the fucking blowback, I think we wanted to know that it was worth it to like pursue anything. Clearly would have had no clue that this was what was gonna happen, but the conversations were about, is XYZ worth what the fuck's gonna happen if this moves forward? And then the video and then the online shit and then the statement, and it was also rushed and like a bomb went off. That is kind of like what the conversations were about, and we still didn't handle it correctly.
Also, you guys were spotted leaving together by Dumois. Is Dumois on payroll?
Us?
It's like Spider-Man taking a photo of Spider-Man.
Get me pictures of West.
Pictures of us are just a cesspool for hate. Why would her and I ever want that on the internet? Like, I want this to fucking go away.
All press is good press, brother.
I don't agree with that.
I want this to go away. Let
actions
me
say
do an
otherwise.
interview about it.
Like, what do you want?
What do you want from me? Sources say that after the reunion, West texted Miha, you win.
There's no sources. I did do that. I was fucking crashing out.
People are comparing this to the diabolical brother, Stephen DeMarco.
Who we've literally broken down to.
In the moment, I noticed this brother was not too moved by all of the moves DeMarco was making.
You.
In fact, he might have almost admired him.
Westy was taking notes. All right, Steve.
Bitch, he ran someone over in a car.
Say what you want about him.
That's a show called Lie to Me. Do you ever watch it?
No.
It's really good. But yeah, that guy crazy. He's what? Because you don't watch Euphoria.
No.
Right? Okay. Well, you're missing out on a lot of good psychos that are hot.
I'm good. These psychos are enough for me. I can't take them.
He doesn't kill.
He didn't want to be better.
DeMarco has evil intentions. West is I don't even know.
Well, the one thing that I don't agree with is everyone is just like, you're so calculated. Like, I'm like, I just kind of wake up and just walk around.
I think the people who are insistent on you being like this calculated, devious creature don't actually know you at all.
Thanks.
Because it's not really a compliment. I just don't think that you're calculating enough.
It was also revealed Amanda pregame with West for his date with Mia.
No, that's true.
What the fuck is that about?
I don't know. Amanda and I were like gonna get drinks. I don't know. Amanda and I have gotten drinks 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Again, that's a friend. I've also done that with other people on the show.
And now West is still in the mix, offering up some of the most genius quotes you've ever heard. That the most hurtful part about all of this is that his BTS footage will remain closeted.
Wait, was that a podcast?
It's your podcast. The worst part about all of this?
He's not wrong. There was some really good photos of me in there.
West wanted the Knicks to take it to Game 6 just in case people didn't watch the pickup episode.
That's when I knew you took it too
I
far.
wanted to go
It
to
just
Game
speaks
6 too, though.
What?
Sorry. I'm a Spurs fan. I wanted to go to Game 6 too. Keep extending that series.
Rav.
Timmy went.
Sorry for your loss.
Not Game 6.
Now you went Game 5.
Yeah.
to someone who doesn't know the struggles of a Knicks fan, because anything could happen, we could have lost. And it would have been on you.
You can't claim the New York City streets and then root against the Knicks.
Problem with West's theory is that he thinks that there's crossover between the Knicks and Bravo.
Lindsay is going off on a tangent about the man she turned into a star.
I got respect for her. She invited us into her home. You can't call someone a clout chaser when you took the situation and immediately got an Uber Eats deal out of it.
Also, if I was a clout chaser, wouldn't I just dated Ciara?
That was your initial clout chase move. Then you just moved on to a new clout chase move.
The new cloud chasing move was white knighting.
What's Dare?
You two are the Dare program official sponsored couple.
They don't talk about Xanax and Dare.
Oh, so it was Xanax.
Well, I told you it was a well.
I told you, and then you didn't say anything. But now, good to know. Why did you comment "holy frick" on Ciara's post? You sick.
Oh yeah, I was trying to be normal. That was bad too. Shouldn't have done that.
Another decoy?
No, I was drunk. She looked hot. Whoops.
Amanda posted a bunch of miscellaneous texts using
Even
Invisible
that,
Link for these
she was
screenshots
drunk.
featuring
I
you.
was drunk.
No.
She looked hot. Whoops. You don't care, dude. That's why we should just stop recording because Ciara's comment to Kyle is the whole kit and caboodle. I just, West, when Kyle said, West, I just try to figure out how much you care. And she just goes, he doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't, period.
No, I don't even know what picture you're talking about.
Do you use Invisible Link in text?
All the time.
Huh. This is us as trees. Ring a bell?
Those aren't about me. She was being like the first time single girl who posts cryptic like Tumblr type shit on her Instagram. In the process of keeping secrets or whatever, she wouldn't have posted that many things to like give herself away.
Not intentionally, but she said she was going through an awakening. It could have been subconsciously.
It might not have been me. It could have been a dude. She went on dates before her and I like started hanging out.
With Michaels?
No, it was like a hockey player.
Lundqvist?
I think he plays for Boston.
Ciara?
I don't know. I can ask.
Wait. Ilya
Pretty
Rosenov?
able to make
They
eye
got smoothies,
contact
though.
during
Did
this
you get
interview.
Amanda's permission to film today?
Yeah.
And she was worried?
Yeah, dude.
Did you send me hot flowers on Valentine's Day?
Yep. Sent my mom flowers, sent one of our producers flowers. Like I kind of slutted out on Valentine's.
Oh, so this is like you not really knowing the definition of love.
Do you think you only send flowers to people who you like are in love with?
On Valentine's Day, of course.
You know what? I'll be honest. That is
I
probably
disagree with
another
that. I'm
way
sorry.
of like.
I'm sorry. I have sent Valentine's flowers to good female friends of mine that I know they've been single, they're going through shit. This would brighten up their day.
Well, no, Wes said why he did it. He said
Yeah,
that
but-
was his way of saying when someone said, oh, you sent flowers to this person. And he said, oh, I sent flowers to so many people. It doesn't mean I'm in love with them.
I agree with that. That's all I'm saying is I agree with that. Because Brody made a smirk like you send people flowers people you're not in love with.
No, but this is one time where he's actually saying, he's like, I did this as, like, play it.
He said I slutted out on
But no, hold on,
Valentine's
keep
Day.
playing.
Oh.
Making sure someone feels loved, but also then when I am asked about it, I'm like, well, I sent them to everyone. It's crossing boxes without giving myself room to defend myself later. Probably a toxic thing to do.
See, he's saying it was a shitty thing to do.
I disagree, and I'm telling you, I disagree with that. Call me toxic, but I think
but you're doing it, West. When you're sending people flowers on Valentine's Day, it's because you're like, oh, I'm gonna send it to my girl. I don't know if you have a girlfriend,
I don't. Thanks for bringing it up.
Okay, sorry. Well, I'm gonna send them to when I get my girlfriend, or I'm gonna send them to my.
In hopes of getting
Can
a
I order
girlfriend.
future flowers just in case I get
That's
someone?
right. I'm gonna send them to my vet who's helping my dog right now. Because you're a normal person. West is saying
You barely know me. I could be crazy.
Yeah, you seem lovely. West is saying, I sent them to all these different people, so you couldn't peg me for doing this one thing. Oh, you sent them to her because it's romantic. He's like, no, I sent them to a producer. I sent them to my mom. I just sent them to people because I wanted them to feel loved. And I did it because it was a toxic trait of mine. That's what he just said.
I heard that differently, but we'll keep going.
No, he literally said it was toxic.
Travis, everything that you're saying, I think that you would do them for all those reasons.
Yeah.
She's just saying he is not, and he literally just admitted it.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't need to stick up for him in this
No,
instance because he's not even sticking up
That's
for
right.
himself.
Okay.
You're a good guy. You wouldn't do this. He's a schmuck. He did.
Yeah.
Cool color.
No, I would have said friends. That is like my favorite part of this whole experience was the friendships, which is why it's a bummer.
A man who just
So you think these guys are his actual friends in the video?
Yes.
So then he's lying to his friends here.
Okay.
So that proves my point.
In what
that
regard?
What?
In what like where?
He just said
He's lying
these aren't.
to these guys about who his friends are. He's still saying, like, oh, my favorite part about the show is the friendships. And it's, I mean, then if these guys are his friends, he just lied to them because clearly that's not the favorite part of his show. If
this is just his role, then he's asking his friends to be a part of his lying, which is shitty.
I see what you're saying. All right.
Why it's a bummer.
a man who just loves guys and is a guy. You to just like up your guy friend group. It was very puzzling.
I don't think I recognized in the moment what the is happening. I've handled a zillion things poorly because I did not recognize like where and how this would go.
Did you not realize that we had the greatest whiteboard of all time on our hands?
I didn't even think about it. I didn't think about much.
What the did you guys think was going to happen when this came out?
It's a great question.
Thank you.
Certainly drama, fallout. I did not expect this.
You didn't expect a little payday? It's nice to be in a Bravo relationship.
Payday, we've lost everything.
What the hell was going on when she was spitting in your mouth?
Olives. We were like spitting olive seeds up and trying to catch them. We jokingly were, haha, really close.
You're like nasty in general though, right?
Am I a little freak?
Yeah.
Next question, brother.
How did you feel facing Andy? He loved you and he seemed very heartbroken.
We've talked since multiple times. He's been cool. He kind of defended us on his radio show like a week ago.
Were you trying to replace the OGs?
God, no. That is like the first time I've texted Bravo and been like, can we clear this up? Because this is insane. I like them. Absolutely not at all how I move.
How was meeting the Batuglias?
Who told you that?
I was meeting them.
It was good. It was lovely.
How's Frank?
Great.
Not scary?
Nope.
In conclusion, Amanda came into
that's
Summer
gotta make
House
Kyle
as
so
a side
sad.
chick.
That he's forging a relationship with Frank.
He's not though.
I don't think.
Amanda came into Summer House as a side chick and left Summer House as sort of a side chick.
No.
Well, you guys had no clarity in your statement.
Okay.
And now Ciara is getting the Ariana Madix treatment that Amanda was in line for. Kyle is looking like the next potential David Guetta. And TMZ has reported Wes will not be rejoining Summer House next season.
I wanted to tell it on my own, but that is true. But in their defense, I don't think it would have been a fun summer.
I mean, this is the obvious solution.
Yeah, we'll take a TO, hit the penalty box.
Summer's supposed to be fun, and it wouldn't be very fun right now for you and Amanda.
Where do you see you and Amanda in 2 years?
Her backyard. If I'm gonna be so honest, this has been kind of insane. It's hard to really know what a normal day in my life looks like.
Also have to imagine it's hard to even enjoy your relationship with all of this going on.
I don't think my relationships with everyone on this board will be mended, but I do see the light with a lot of people on here. Pretty obvious which ones.
That wraps up the most toxic, depressing, exhausting saga we've ever told on this whiteboard.
Wes
What
is
are
so
your
thoroughly enjoying
overarching
this.
thoughts on the Summer House drama featuring Wes and Amanda?
Yeah, bummer. All you can do in these situations is try to learn from the mistakes you've made and figure your shit out.
What matters more is what you do going forward. So all this shit was trash, but you are not a trash human being, so be better, my boy.
You think I want to do this right now? My best friend might be on special forces.
I really like Deuce. Everything that Deuce said is what Wes should have said.
The white dude or the black dude?
Black dude, isn't that it?
I can't remember which one's which.
Deuce and Brody. Brody was by the whiteboard.
I literally just learned their names today. I've been watching whiteboards forever. I never knew either
You
of
guys
their
are blinded by your hatred for Wes.
names. He was only on one of them that I saw.
I think West is enjoying all of this, and I'm over him.
Yeah, this was really good for him in a weird way. He needed to do that, and it's just a bummer. It's just a bummer. He should have said all of this at the reunion because he had a fan base. He had a bunch of people that watched him.
I'm going to regret saying this. I completely agree that he should have said all this on the reunion. I completely agree that that's what they pay him for. However, if I'm him and I go, Ciara, Kyle, and Lindsay, I don't want to say shit.
If you're a big,
Yeah.
If I'm staring down Ciara, Kyle, and Lindsay right across from me,
Totally.
I'm going, there's nothing I can say.
Yes.
I just have to sit here and take it because there's nothing I can say without getting my ass reamed.
Right,
Because
and
I was wrong.
And I'm not saying that you're this, but that would be, whoever is sitting across from them, would be the pussiest move you could make. Would you agree? Like that's a
What?
pussy ass move.
To just sit there and take it?
No, to not say any, like when they're asking you questions, it doesn't matter how it's gonna go down, like how it's going to be received.
Your light went off.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter how it's going to be received. It just, you owed it to them. So I understand you understanding why he did that, but like, can we all agree that that's the bitch ass move? Like that's
100%.
That's the easy move.
That's why I called out that Brianna chicken fry thing. That was so annoying. It's like he could have. There were some things that they could have just answered, and they were cagey about everything.
Yeah.
Well, we did it, guys.
Yeah, and my light went out, and now I can't.
Hey,
do this with
Natalie,
no
your light will never go out.
Aw, Trav. That's why.
See how quickly boys can be redeemed.
Good one.
Don't let him fool you, ladies.
You got that from West.
I was just lying to her.
Well, Time will tell. If you start,
All right. Well, thanks for joining an emergency Showmance broadcast.
yeah, like, subscribe, hype, and tell a friend.
Yeah, one day all the other shows that we've shot will get out.
Yeah, and I guess I'll come back tomorrow to do the Valley. But just everyone know I'm going to be real pink like a lobster because I'm getting a laser treatment because my dad wants this sunspot off my face. He brings it up every time he sees me. That's love when you're Italian. Yeah. That's amore. Ciao.
I gotta get home. I turned into a pumpkin right now.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Wow, I can't believe we did that. Sorry I yelled. I hate him.
Sorry,
Or not
yelled.
hate. I strongly